Und damit ein herzliches Willkommen zurück zur 8. Folge Let's Play GreedFall. Beim letzten Mal haben wir unter anderem einen Staatsstreich verhindert, haben herausgefunden, wer bzw. was die in Klammern relativ offensichtliche Herkunft von dem DSAD ist und wir sind gerade dabei, ein paar ursprüngliche Einwohner von dieser schönen Insel hier aus den Klauen von, also wir haben das versucht, diejenigen zu befreien. Dabei ist herausgekommen, dass, unsere unsympathischen Freunde von den Chilenen, die in eine Falle gelockt haben, nämlich hier in diese Höhle. Und dabei sind die dann von, ich setze jetzt mal diesen wolfsähnlichen Kreaturen angelockt worden und so, ja, gefressen worden quasi. Und da sind wir jetzt quasi gerade. Und wir haben noch einen Attributspunkt zu verteilen. Den würde ich dann jetzt ganz gerne... Ja, also das brauche ich eigentlich gar nicht hier ausdauern. Ich würde sagen, wir gehen aber noch eine Runde auf Genauigkeit. Das klappt bisher nämlich tatsächlich ganz gut. Dass wir wirklich noch ein bisschen mehr Schaden mit Dingens verursachen können. Mit Waffen. So. Genau. Unsere Aufgabe ist es jetzt dann quasi jetzt rein mit den Missionaren zu sprechen, was denen ihre Mission ist. Das machen wir zuerst. So. Hier sieht man ja auch an der Gegner, dass die auch ein bisschen stärker tatsächlich inzwischen sind. Kennen wir das hier schon? So. So. Mal hier rüber. Okay, tatsächlich.
day. I'm the legate of the congregation of merchants on this isle. Might I ask you a few questions?
Of course. Our allies from the continent are always welcome among us. What do you want to know?
Have you heard about the Tenlin attacks on the village?
I didn't know those creatures were given that name, but yes, we have heard talk about the attacks. We offered them our help and some comfort in their most difficult hour.
In exchange for some inspiring conversation, I suppose.
Of course. These horrible beasts have most certainly been sent by the demons of this isle. To chase only a few away would be of no use. If they truly desire peace, they must see the light.
You haven't been victim of these attacks?
On occasion, yes. But thanks to the Illuminated, we were able to chase them away with little effort.
Ist das so?
I fought against a great number of Tenlins. One that was quite spectacular. A great white beast. Its mere presence seemed to aggravate the others, attract them and make them aggressive.
A beast sent by the demons, no doubt. But
Stop taking me for a fool. We also found a journal detailing your vicious plan. I have only one piece of advice to give you. Leave, and quickly. Or the Mother Cardinal will learn every detail of your manipulations.
we shall be leaving as soon as possible. But let it be known that you are abandoning all of these poor souls to damnation.
Perhaps you should be more concerned about your own soul, sister. People have died by your fault.
Jo. So, dann reden wir jetzt noch mit dem Hinterbliebenen. Wow.
Well, Onol Manawi, have you found my brother?
I found him, but I'm truly sorry your brother is dead.
May the earth welcome him. I felt it. How did it come to pass? He knew every stone on our lands. It couldn't have been an accident.
He had a liaison with a young girl from the village. They would meet in a clearing, and they must have forgotten the hour. Night took them by surprise, and a Tenlin crossed their path. I found both of them, in the cavern of the beast.
How terrible. Why did he go to see the girl in secrecy? They could have... I must recover his body. To give it up to the earth, as is our custom. Where is it?
With the body of the girl he loved, in a cavern near the clearing. But it is a dangerous place. Other Tenlins might still be roaming there, though I did kill quite a few.
I have a duty owed to my little brother. Thank you, Onol Manawi. I will not forget this.
I must be leaving.
Okay.
Do you have any news? Do you know where my sister is?
Yes. I'm truly very sorry.
Oh no. Nah. Serton Sidag. Please do not tell me that she is dead.
I found her body in the lair of the Great Tendon, not far from the clearing.
But how could she have been surprised by the beasts? She knew the danger.
She went out to meet the young fisherman. The time must have flown by, into the night. I'm so sorry. We found them both dead.
I must bring her body back to carry out the rite.
You should not go alone. I killed as many as I could, but it would be better to be prudent.
I shall follow your counsel, Onol Manawi. 2 deaths are enough. Thank you. Thank you.
I must leave now. The nests are destroyed, and with the death of the White Tenon, the attacks should cease. And we were even able to convince the missionaries to leave. Katasak should be willing to follow us now. Let's go and find him.
So. Ich bin gar nicht sicher, wo das gewesen ist. Hier.
I can see from your face that you were victorious.
Indeed. I put the White Tenlin down, who was enraging his kind, and destroyed their nests. The attack should no longer trouble you. As for the missionaries, we were able to convince them to leave, although they were not willing to reveal their involvement in the attacks that caused you such harm.
And so they were in some way responsible. I had my suspicions, but I could not see their reasons.
They brought a particularly large beast here that attracted and enraged the others.
This is what provoked the attacks and brought on our despair. These people have blood on their hands.
In the end, we found the missing young ones. But alas, it was too late. Devoured by wild beasts.
And divorced Tyr Ent. You did well on Almanawi. Now they should be able to find the rest.
Will you agree to accompany me now? My cousin needs your help.
I have packed what is needed. I am ready to journey with you.
Ich weiß gar nicht, ob es überhaupt eine richtige Entscheidung gibt. Die Gefahr ist natürlich, wenn das jetzt nicht klappt, dann könnte eventuell die dafür verantwortlich gemacht werden. Also ja, Blödsinn eigentlich, aber wie das Spiel bisher gelagert ist.
This pain, it'll be the death of me. I can't control my body. It's like being a stranger in a marionette set ablaze. Consumed by a smoldering fire. The moment's growing near, isn't it? Am I about to surrender my ghost to the Reaper of Souls? You pop in just when you're needed, cousin, as always. Who are you? Your hand is cold as ice.
Your cousin is burning.
Let me present Katisach, Constantine. He is the greatest healer on the island. He will help you. Please, stay.
I am here for you, Rnaise, and I will not leave until I found a way to ease your pain and suffering. Fill your mind with the patience of the ocean. I know not how much time I will need. I've never seen such a sickness. The spirits of your lands must be quite horrendous to cast down such evils upon the peoples that live there.
Thank you. Thank you, cousin. I don't want to imagine my plight without your intervention.
Hm?
My dear cousin, come closer and tell me what brings you. Constantine, is it true? Are you in great pain? This sickness is horrible, believe me. Now I understand what your mother went through. But you have not come to hear my complaint. Speak, it will give me something else to ponder. Allow me to present Afra, an emissary of the Bridge Alliance. She is an eminent naturalist who studies local flora in an effort to find a remedy.
Your Excellency, it is a great honor.
You were part of Governor Buren's lost expedition, if I've understood correctly, were you not?
Yes, and our research would have borne fruit if it hadn't been so brutally interrupted.
I can only imagine. Nevertheless, you are most welcome. Your great learning will certainly prove useful. I implore you, my dear cousin. Do continue. We are eager to hear your news.
I'm going to leave now. Goodbye, Constantine.
Look out for yourself.
Ja, ja. So. Sprich mit Darren, dem Häuptling. In der Haltung für die Amerika, okay. Ich frag mich halt gerade. Ja, ob das nicht jetzt dann schon zu früh ist tatsächlich. Was haben wir noch offen? Das war diese komische Quest. Die mache ich aber nicht. Ich finde die seltsam. Die Quest würde ich hier ganz gerne mal machen wollen. Denn da ist auch irgendwelche komischen Sachen passiert. Nicht, dass mit den Titeln gefühlt nur komische Sachen passieren. Mal vorsichtig auszudrücken. So, was habe ich noch genommen? So, dann machen wir jetzt mal die Quest weiter mit diesem komischen Dorf Eden da.
What an astounding place.
My mother told me about this place. She said that the village was devoured by the houses of the sons. How could their chief accept this?
All that's left to do is to find Father Justinius. Father.
I'm glad to see you, my child. What can I do for you?
The Mother Cardinal has asked me to investigate the theft of these tablets you discovered.
That's excellent news. The loss of the tablets is a catastrophe. We have to find them at all costs. If you want to learn more about these tablets, you should go ask Sister Eugenia. She supervises the theologians who discovered them, and were also guarding them. You should find her a bit further in the village, with her colleagues.
Who are the suspects of this theft?
The heretical brutes of the village of Vergeltung most likely had a hand in this. They must have wanted to please the demons they worshipped by stealing the holy word from us.
How could they have learned of the tablet's existence?
Perhaps the demons are giving them this power. Unless one of the natives living in the village innocently mentioned them. They are so naive. Either way, I am certain that the heretics are involved in this matter.
Naja.
I must leave you. Goodbye.
May the enlightened always keep you in their divine...
Halt die Fresse.
I wonder how my people could accept the priests settling in their home like this.
It all seems a bit too convenient. If we find out some information about the history of Eden, maybe we'll change our view on things. The theft of the relic is probably not a coincidence.
Das glaube ich auch. So, wir sollen Theologen befragen. Machen wir das nochmal. Oh, eine Quest bei ihm hier, wer ist er?
I am busy. If you have questions, go see Sister Eugenia. She's our supervisor.
Ja, ja.
Hello. The Mother Cardinal asked me to help you find the tablets that were stolen. Can I ask you some questions?
Of course. But hurry, I have a lot to do.
I talked to Father Justinius. He told me that you were supervising the theologians here.
Indeed. It is under my supervision that the research on Saint Matthias is conducted.
Whom do you suspect of being the thief?
Alas. I'm afraid there are many suspects. These tablets are priceless relics. Some settlers may have fallen prey to the lure of profit. The heretical natives of Vergeltung may have wanted to take them away from us. Or it could have been vengeance by those who had to leave the village.
Where were the tablets the night they were stolen?
We were keeping them in one of the village's shacks. We intended to bring them to San Matthias later. But first, we wanted to examine them in order to obtain as much information as possible. You can go and take a look in the shack if you want to. But I couldn't find any traces of forced entry.
I imagine someone was keeping watch over them.
Of course, we took turns guarding the shack. But some of us can't have taken the task that seriously. If I remember correctly, it was Brother Virgil who was guarding them that night.
Well, thank you for these pieces of information.
I am the one who should be thanking you. Especially if you managed to retrieve the tablets for us.
The Mother Cardinal told me that this village had been developed on the basis of St. Lucius's writings. Are you one of the theologians who helped in its creation?
Yes. I was sent here to confirm that this place is indeed the one described in the writings, and then I stayed.
What was the reaction of the natives when you arrived here?
Most of them were not in favor of us living amongst them. They were afraid we might chase them out of their own village. And there were even more protests once we started talking about searching for traces of Saint Matthias. I suppose they thought we would destroy all of their raised stones and other places of superstition.
Were there any confrontations with the natives?
Yes. The warriors of the village attacked us. The Ordo Luminous actually had to intervene. The Inquisition managed to make them run away. The islanders tried to attack again with the support of Vergeltung, but we stood our ground. And when Lur, the chief of the village, finally accepted our presence, things calmed down.
Thank you. This information will certainly prove to be useful.
Stand in our ground, das ist nicht dein Ground, meiner. Nur mal so, zur Info. So nicht gemerkt hast.
Do you have any ideas about who stole the tablets?
Some of the village savages helped us during the search. Perhaps they are behind all of this. There was a particular woman who seemed to want us to be there. I don't remember her name, though.
Mhm.
Greetings, Desade. I am handling the investigation into the theft of the tablets. Sister Eugenia told me to talk to you.
I'm Brother Virgil. What would you like to know?
According to your colleague, you were the one in charge of guarding the tablets on the night of the theft. Is that right?
Indeed.
What can you tell me about that night? Did you hear or see anything?
No, nothing in particular. The night was quiet, and then the morning after, we saw they were gone.
Someone had to enter the shack to steal the tablets. How did that happen?
I have no idea. The door was closed in the morning, and the lock was intact.
Do you suspect anyone in particular?
Not really. What I can tell you for sure is it is not one of us.
Well, Sister Eugenia did tell me that the tablets were priceless.
Of course. But our motivation is not the lure of profit. All that matters to us is their value as proof, not the money we could make out of them.
Do you think the culprit could be a native?
Well, since none of us did it, it seems obvious. There aren't many other settlers around here, and the natives knew of the existence of these tablets before we found them. They were attached to them too, in their own way.
They are the ones who led you to them.
Well, we conducted the research, but they helped us find where they were hidden. Some inhabitants of the village are still giving us a hand with our work.
Well, thank you. I will investigate where the theft took place.
As you wish. But you won't find anything there. And why does it matter, anyway? There were witnesses to the discovery of these tablets. We have all the proof we need. And that's all that matters.
What do you mean?
Now we can prove Saint Matthias lived here. Our actions on this island are justified. To keep rummaging the way Sister Eugenia does will only create more tensions with the natives.
I was not expecting a theologian to say such things.
Das wirkt schon wieder merkwürdig.
Have you been in Eden for a long time?
2 months, approximately. Back then, there were still some pagan natives in the village. I joined Sister Eugenia's team with some of my colleagues, so we could give them a fresh outlook on things. We arrived straight from Ptolemy, hoping to study some new texts. But once we were here, I understood that my real mission was with the islanders. We must bring the light to this island.
Ist das so?
You talked about a mission with the natives. What did you mean by that?
I may be under the command of Sister Eugenia here, but my superior is Bishop Domitius. Our mission is to banish pagan cults and convert the entire population to the light. The island belongs to Saint Matthias, and therefore to Ptolemy, since the god of light offered it to our founder.
You have a very unique way of seeing things. I doubt everyone accepts it. How are your relations with the natives?
When I arrived, we were still trying to obtain information from them about Saint Matthias, but they were very reluctant to give us any answers. We were also trying to educate them. Our attempts eventually made some of the inhabitants of the village react badly. Most stubborn against our teachings, the warriors, and the marked. The ones the natives call the Onomanawi. They eventually left, and it has proved nothing but a blessing for us. I would like to go back to work now, if you don't mind.
Of course.
Da ist doch wieder mehr dahinter. Der Typ redet Blödsinn. Also ja, machen religiöse fast immer, aber...
These tablets bear writings from the very hand of our holy founder.
Ja, ja.
We must find them. Without them, all our research to trace the life of Saint Matthias on this island is doomed to failure. If these savages have stolen them, we will have to take
Junge, mach doch deine Fresse zu.
force if necessary.
There is only one entrance and the door shows no evidence of a break-in.
This priest, Virgil, said that the night was calm. So calm that he probably fell asleep. So, the thieves only had to take the key from him.
It's very likely that that's what happened, but someone must have informed them. It can't be a coincidence that they decided to steal it during the watch of the only neglectful guard.
You think that the one who told them is in this village?
We know that this theft could be an act of vengeance by the natives who were forced to leave here. They must still have allies in the village, family or friends. We should go talk to the chief of the natives. He will certainly know who is close to the exiles, and enough about the researchers to inform them.
Okay.
Father,
I'm glad to see you.
tell me about how you created this village.
We did not create it from the ground up. It was built around an existing native village. The islanders called it Vixenagad, which translates to the village of the old sage. We saw it as a sign. The natives had probably chosen this name in memory of Saint Matthias.
Nee, mit Sicherheit
Everything
nicht.
here fit the description of Saint Lucius. The discovery of the tablets proved us right. So, we decided to rebuild our Eden here, in the spirit of peace and harmony which is described in the scriptures.
Why share this village with the natives?
To replicate and resume the work of our founder, of course. If he came here and managed to convert the natives, then it is our duty to do the same thing. By living side by side with them, it is much easier for us to pass on our teachings.
How well do you get along with the natives who live here?
Very well, of course. Especially since those who opposed our presence left.
Left? To go where?
Oh, to other villages, I imagine. Does it even matter? Those who stayed are on the path of enlightenment. Some of their legends must have been about Saint Matthias. That helped to convince them.
And how well have neighboring villages welcomed you?
With some reluctance, to be perfectly honest. So, we sent them missionaries. There are still frequent conflicts with the village of Vergeltung, a highly violent village of heretics. But the other villages, the more peaceful ones, are slowly starting to listen to the sacred word.
There are no Onol Manawi and no warriors here either. Did they all leave?
Perfect harmony takes time, my child. I have no doubt that one day we will manage to convince your kind to convert. But, in the meantime, we must settle for the miracle of great coexistence that this place already represents. Nobody thought we could live side by side with your people. And yet...
I must leave you. Goodbye.
May the enlightened...
Ja, ja, ja. Irgendwie mal, was er dazu sagt. Das hört sich hier wahrscheinlich ein bisschen anders an.
Hello. I am Lair, the village leader. Well, I was the leader of this village.
Hello. Desarde. I am the legate of the merchant congregation.
There are Onol Manawi among the Logead Blau. I did not know that. What do you want from me?
I've heard a lot of things about this village of Eden, but I'd like to hear your version.
I'm not sure I have the answers to all of your questions, but I'll try.
Toy.
Tell me about the arrival of the people of Teleme, and how you received them.
The priests were roaming around the village.
They were saying that it was the place where their saint had lived. They were asking questions, talking about the Lloyd and all these things. One morning they were building houses next to ours. And we had new neighbors.
The priests told me that they had managed to convert you. How did that happen?
As long as we refused to listen to them, they were violent.
Ah,
and
ja.
destroyed some of our sanctuaries. So we let them talk. And now that they think that we love their god, they leave us alone. Some of the things they say are beautiful, and their magic is impressive. But we do not forget our spirits.
Das hört sich bei dem schon anders an.
One of the theologians told me that you had helped them in their research.
They wanted to find tracks of the old sage, of the one they call Saint Matthäus, and they were rummaging through everything. Our Donegad did not want to tell them anything, because the old sage is sacred here. But since they violently interrogated everyone, I thought it wise to guide them to the place where the stones were.
What happened to your warriors? Why did they have to leave the village?
They did not accept the presence of the priests and their questions. They tried to retake the village. They even asked Deirdre, the chief of Vergeltung, for her help. So, the priests called the Soul Lasser, the Burning Suns, and they killed many of them. I asked for peace, and the others left us. They wanted to join Vergeltung. Perhaps they have done so.
Aren't you angry after all that happened?
No. I mourn those who died, of course, and the Vorstyrent. But this village may be our opportunity.
Your opportunity for what?
For the Renaigse to understand who we are. Not savages, nor monsters, but men, perhaps wiser than they are.
I think I know who stole the tablets.
Really?
I believe those who were exiled from your village seek vengeance because the missionaries forced them to leave. They must have taken the tablets with the help of someone else who stayed here.
You may be right, but you may also be wrong.
You do well to tell me what you know. Once the priests have reached the same conclusions as I have, how do you think they will interrogate you?
You're probably right. The Inquisitors would come back, and my people would suffer. I do not want to break the peace that I did all I could to make. I think the name of the woman you are looking for is Vindwal. She helps the priests who seek the old sage.
If she's helping the priests, why would she betray them now?
Her son is one of the warriors who had to leave the village. He is filled with anger and fury. If you go talk to her, please, do not hurt her. She is but a mother who acted according to her son's wishes.
I have no intention of hurting her, but things may not be so simple when it comes to her son.
Okay.
I have to go.
Like so many others.
I knew that the story would be more complex than we'd been told.
The priests separated this village into two parts. The exiles must be broken-hearted, having left their clan behind.
On the other hand, had they followed their chief's example, this wouldn't have happened. Either way, the resentment here is strong enough for a theft to occur.
Ja gut, das war jetzt nicht so unerwartet, ne? Gucken wir mal.
Greetings. Are you Vindwal?
Bird tier, Tumad. Yes, that is me. What do you want?
What can you tell me about Lair, your former leader?
He is a man of peace. Some people dislike him, not me. Everything he did to save the village. But I think the mind shakers made him forget what we are. He almost speaks like them now.
Listen, I know you helped the exiles to steal the tablets of Saint Matthias.
No, this is not true. It wasn't me.
There's no point in denying it. I know you did it for your son who had to leave the village.
If you know that, then you know that I don't have the tablets. So what do you want from me?
The only means of alleviating the situation with Thélème is to give the priests their tablets back. So, if you don't want your son to suffer their wrath, it would be best if I could retrieve them discreetly.
Bran and the rest of the exiles are hiding in the woods, beyond the stone circle. If you want to take the tablets away from them without being seen, do not take the path on the left. It is riddled with traps. And please, do not hurt my son.
Okay. Da brauchen wir natürlich dann noch eine... Also ich werde die Quest hier nur so abschließen, wenn dabei nicht irgendwie rauskommt, dass einer von denen daran beteiligt war. Nimm den linken Weg. Ach, das ist jetzt das, okay. Ja, da waren wir ja schon mal. Warte mal, da kann ich mich eigentlich kurz auch in die Nähe warten. Ja, steck doch dein Messer weg. Dieser Durchgang hier, ne?
Here's the place that Vindwal indicated. The exiles must be near.
I hope you don't intend to fight them. They've already had to leave their families and their homes. They've suffered enough.
Don't worry, we'll be discreet.
Remember that we were told the area on the left was entrapped. It would be smarter to take the other path.
There, we found them. Now all that's left to do is to return to Eden.
Gut, das war jetzt nicht so schwer.
What are you doing here?
I was worried for my son. I wanted to make sure that everything was fine.
I think so. I managed to retrieve the tablets discreetly.
I am glad to hear that you managed to retrieve them. I will go talk to my son now. He needs to stop seeking revenge and find a new clan.
That would indeed be wiser. Vengeance has no positive repercussions.
Okay. Ja gut, die Treppe, da kann jetzt auch so gehen. Jetzt müssen wir uns natürlich aber was überlegen, dass das halt nicht auf die zurückfällt, ne? Ich werde denen natürlich nicht so weit helfen, das sollte ja klar sein. Also ich könnte mir vorstellen, das ist die Antwort. Wir kennen ja so eine bekloppten Fanatiker.
Retrieved your relics.
Thank you. Thank you immensely. Thanks to them, we will be able to continue our research on St. Matthias.
I am curious to know who is responsible for this theft. The culprit must be brought to justice.
I do not want to point the finger at anyone. You have your relics back, and that's the only thing that matters.
Your indulgence honors you. But how can we be certain that these thieves will not strike again if they are not punished?
Had you respected this village, you would not have to look for a culprit. You settled here without even asking those who lived here for their opinion on the matter. Instead of talking about harmony, start taking action to really make it happen.
But that is precisely what we desire more than anything. We may have been a bit clumsy in the beginning, but we'll make sure to improve things in the future. You really were a great help. I would be most grateful if you agreed to continue helping us.
I might come back at some point, but alas, I'm very busy.
Naturally. Either way, we are certainly capable of continuing our research without you.
Actually, I must go back to my work. Our next expedition must depart as soon as possible.
Your next expedition?
Our brave researchers must continue to follow the tracks of our founder on this island. In the meantime, here, take this as a token of gratitude for the help you gave us.
Thank you. I hope your expedition will be a success.
Der anderen Seite hat jetzt wirklich niemanden verraten. Wir machen die Nebenquest jetzt hier einfach mal weiter. 23 Stunden soll man jetzt hier warten. Ist vielleicht sogar gar nicht mal eventuell so doof, wenn man hier so. Ich meine, immerhin wurde das jetzt aufgeklärt, weil es könnte ja auch sein, wenn man das nicht aufklärt, wenn man das diese Leute einfach weitermachen lässt, dass sie dann erst recht irgendwie Blödsinn machen. Sind ja mal religiöse Vollidioten, also naja. Warten wir jetzt mal die Minute ab hier. Schauen wir mal, was die Ergebnisse sind. Die Frage nach den Forschungen in... Schauen wir mal.
Oh, there you are, Your Excellency. The Enlightened has heard my prayers.
What's going on? Where are the others?
After deciphering the content of the tablets, they went north to continue their research in some swamps. But they must have encountered problems. Brother Fidelis came back here, and he was in a dreadful state. He most likely came to seek help, but he fainted. It's impossible for us to know what happened to them.
I'm not a doctor, but I may be able to examine him.
Oh, please do. Any help would be appreciated. We've done our best, but our magic has proved inefficient. And the healer we sent for will certainly arrive too late from San Mateus.
Oh, der sieht irgendwie tot aus, würde ich sagen. Nein, ist er nicht tot.
This man is burning up with fever and he bears several bite marks and traces of blows. The flesh is swollen around the bites. Perhaps the creature that bit him was venomous. Have you tried giving him any anti-poison?
Of course, but to no avail. And what if it were a hex cast by the heretics?
No matter what happens, you always suspect them.
Why, of course. These savages are always to blame. The man was in the swamp. There are some rare animals there, and their venom is terrible. A healer from the area will know the antidote.
We could ask Lair. He will direct us to someone who understands remedies.
Okay. Wir doch keine vielleicht die Quest hier weiterzuführen. Ich bin ja bei sowas immer ein bisschen skeptisch. Warum komme ich hier nicht runter? War er nicht hier? Ah, nee, hier.
Onol Manawi, you've come back to see old Lair. I heard that you managed to retrieve the tablets.
Did Vindwal tell you?
Yes, and I feel more at peace, knowing that our brothers are alive, and that they will be able to join another clan. And you proved me right. Peace with the Renaigse is possible.
Ah ja.
I need your advice. You may already know that one of the researchers came back wounded from the expedition.
I heard about it.
He has all the symptoms of a poisoning. But the anti-poisons we gave him had no effect. He must have been bitten by a creature of the swamp, and we're looking for a healer who would know of a suitable antidote.
So, you came to see me. Interesting. Our neighbors did not think for one moment that we could be helpful. Alas, our Donegad is one of the exiles. But Vindwal knows plants well. She will know.
Thank you. I will go see her. I hope she agrees to help us. I have to go.
Like so many others.
Okay.
Here you are again. What do you want?
I have come to ask for your help. Lair told me you know about remedies.
I do know a few of them. I have learned about plants. I used to want to become a Donegad.
One of the researchers came back wounded from the expedition. Apparently he was bitten by a creature of the swamp.
And now he has the Llewellyn fever. We have a good knowledge about this affliction. He will die if he does not receive proper treatment.
Do you know which antidote should be given to him?
Yes. These priests are idiots. They could have asked for our help, but they treat us like children. You are different. And you have allowed my son to join a new clan. So, I will give you the potion to cure the priest. Wait a moment. Make him drink this remedy and he'll get better.
Thank you, Vindwal.
Ja. Auf die Idee hätte man eigentlich selber auch kommen können. Aber nun. Dann kommen wir da. Vor allem, weil die halt wirklich 3 Meter weg steht, ne? Was ist das hier? Ah, nee, ja. Hätten nur 3 Meter weitergehen müssen, hätten sie eine Lösung gehabt. Oh Mann, ey.
Where am I?
You are in Eden. You're safe.
Was I unconscious for a long time? The other members of the expedition, they are in danger. The swamp is so hostile. We weren't prepared for it. Some of our people have disappeared.
What caused these wounds?
A nightmarish creature. The swamp is full of them. A colleague and I had left to fetch some help when we were attacked. I managed to run away, but I don't know what happened to him. As for those who are at the camp, you must go help them.
Show me the location of your colleagues on the map. I will join them.
There. Please, hurry.
Thank you. You should rest now.
Jo, hättest du mal mit den ursprünglichen Einwohnern hier mal geredet. Aber nein, unser komischer Glaube, der hilft uns schon. Sieht man ja. So. Nein, du sollst reisen. So, schauen wir mal. Hä? Ach, das ist tatsächlich auf der anderen Seite. Ich frage mich aber immer noch, wie man da rüberkommt. Gut, eventuell geht's halt jetzt, ne? Kann ja sein, dass jetzt irgendwo ein Durchgang ist, der vorher nicht da war. Hm. Irgendwas muss ich übersehen. Wir gehen jetzt mal hier noch ein...
remember there being a path in this place the last time we came.
Indeed. It was probably cleared by the expedition. We should follow it if we want to find them.
Gut. Ist halt wirklich so.
Did was bring you to the place suggested by the tablets. I had no way of knowing.
Really? But I did warn you. You just wanted to have it your way. Someone so foolish and thoughtless should not be supervising an expedition.
How dare you?
It looks like we're right on time. If we do not Hey, what's happening here? I could hear you from miles away.
Your Excellency, I'm so happy to see you. You arrive right on time to settle this matter.
How did you manage to find us in the middle of this swamp?
Brother Fidelis managed to reach Eden. He's the one who told us where your camp was.
But he didn't leave alone. What happened to Father Orbricus, who was accompanying him?
He must be dead like our other companions. This is all your fault. This is yet more proof that you are not fit to lead such a team. I should be the one in charge.
Maybe you should calm down and explain to me what's happening here.
This expedition was undertaken with no concern for common sense. We are not equipped to explore this type of place. Our people are disappearing, and all we have found are some falsified writings.
Brother Virgil is terrified, which probably explains why he is being so disingenuous. We have made incredible discoveries, and we could find more.
You are beyond redemption. I won't waste another second talking to you. If you want to talk to me, Your Excellency, it will have to be without her.
How charming.
Der Typ ist ja echt durch, ey. Gut, wir reden erstmal mit ihr.
Your Excellency, I hope you will forgive us for that scene. My relations with Virgil have always been difficult, but ever since we arrived here, it has been unbearable. I'm afraid we may need an arbiter.
Before anything else, I need to know what led to this situation between you.
What would you like to know?
For what reason were you quarreling?
The expedition itself, I'm afraid. Virgil was always against it, especially under my supervision. For him, our discoveries in Eden were sufficient. They confirmed what he wanted. The rest did not matter. According to him, we should never have continued. And when we found new tablets, it became even worse.
Were they also written by Saint Matthias?
Without a doubt. The handwriting is the same. There are also some patterns, some islander symbols. It's fascinating. But what really angers Vergil is the content we managed to decipher. Our founder explains that he learned a lot from the islanders. Something our brother cannot accept. He now persists in saying that these tablets are fake, forged by the natives themselves.
Ach, ja.
Brother Fidelis told me that several members of the expedition have disappeared.
Yes, that's why he left along with Father Orbricus to fetch some help. 3 more of our colleagues are missing. And I'm not even talking about the ones who fell ill. I must admit that I underestimated the hardships we would encounter. I made a mistake. I should have prepared this expedition more thoroughly. But Vergil's being disingenuous does not help.
And no one has searched for those who were missing.
I wanted us to search for them, but someone later convinced me that it presented too much of a risk. Along with lack of preparation, our constantly decreasing number, and creatures swarming the area.
And by someone, I suppose you mean Brother Vergil.
Indeed.
I'm thankful for these pieces of information, but you understand that I will also have to talk to Brother Vergil.
Of course, that's understandable. You must hear us both before you can make a decision.
Ja gut, ich meine, die Entscheidung ist auch schon klar, ohne dass ich mit dem rede tatsächlich. Dass das ein widerwärtiger Typ ist, das ist ja offensichtlich.
Brother Vergil,
What do you want?
can you explain to me what caused such a quarrel?
The reason for it is very simple. It is Eugenia's folly. This woman should never have been the supervisor of our team. The discoveries made in Eden were sufficient, but no. She didn't want to stop the research. She organized this expedition in a hurry, without taking elementary precautions, and now she's accepting as facts the delirious writings we discovered on these tablets, without doubting them for even 1 second.
What do you mean?
We found some new tablets, allegedly written by Saint Matthias, but their content is so absurd that they were obviously forged. I am certain that the natives must have found these stones before us and modified their content.
How would they have done that? The natives cannot write.
They must have been helped by an unscrupulous settler. How would I know?
Brother Fidelis told me that some of your colleagues went missing. Do you know anything about this?
They did not go missing. They were killed. There was the wild beasts, the diseases, and let's not forget the savages. We can feel their presence, roaming around the camp at night. I am certain that they are responsible for the death of our colleagues.
That's strange. There aren't many villages around here.
There aren't any. There are a few hermits, but they are not fighters. And they have better things to do than roam around their camp at night.
We have been in this region before, and the only native we met was a little insane but would have been incapable of killing several priests.
Those savages may very well have been following us since our departure. We will not be safe on this island until it is entirely converted.
I see. So, you haven't tried to find your colleagues?
So we can die as well. I am not as crazy as Sister Eugenia.
I cannot take sides in your
Nightwolf, danke für dein Raid. Willkommen.
In any case, it is not what matters the most. Even if you think they are dead, we have to try finding your colleagues.
Well, if you are prepared to take such a risk, I can only commend you for your bravery and wish you luck. But I would not get my hopes up. You should start by searching the excavation site. To get there, take the path south of here. But be careful. The creatures that roam the area are ruthless.
Ah ja. Ja, Nightwolf, wie geht's dir? Was hast du denn Schönes gestreamt? So. Danke, ja, dann dir noch einen schönen Tag. Ja, also die, eigentlich recht klar tatsächlich, wo jetzt die Reise hingeht. Gucken wir uns mal hier an. Ah, Overwatch, okay. Hat es dem Spaß gemacht? So. Was? Ach, hier kann ich runter. Okay. Sind jetzt aber ganz schön weit hier gekommen dafür, dass die... Was?
This man's skull is sunken, but he doesn't look like he was in a fight. Could he have fallen?
No. Look, it may be what someone wanted it to look like, but his wound was inflicted with a weapon. He was struck in the back of the head, from behind, with a mace made of metal, not stone.
Ah ja. Ja gut, Wissenschaft 2 habe ich leider nicht. Aber wir haben ja unsere Fiora dabei, die da ein bisschen aushelfen konnte gerade. Kann ich hier noch was machen?
This man's skull is sunken, but he doesn't look like he was in a fight.
Ach nee, okay. Das ist derselbe Dialog.
No. Look, it may be what someone wanted it to look like, but his wound was inflicted with a weapon. He was struck in the back of the head, from behind, with a mace made of metal, not stone.
So, dann schauen wir mal auf der anderen Seite. Was wir da an Hinweisen finden. Lassen wir mal leben. Ich habe das, glaube ich, ja schwieriger mehr leben lassen. So. Was ist mit ihm?
This poor soul was almost entirely devoured. He must have been killed by swamp animals. Even so, this wound looks different from the others. It looks like a knife wound.
You're right. He was stabbed before being fed to the animals. But anyone could have used such a blade.
Gut, ja, also die sind beide halt nicht so gestorben, wie es den Anschein
Poor
hat.
soul was almost entirely devoured. He must have been killed by swamp animals. Even so, this wound looks different from the others. It looks like a knife wound.
You're right. He was stabbed before being fed to the animals. But anyone could have used such a blade.
Ja, das wird wahrscheinlich schwierig sein, das rauszubekommen. Vor allem, wenn man in der Wissenschaft nicht geskillt hat. Aber dann ist das so. Was war hier?
These fang marks are impressive. The poor man didn't have a chance. He must have been attacked by a large reptile, most likely a Llewellyn. But what was he doing alone so far from camp? It seems obvious now that these disappearances were orchestrated.
The deaths of these people were a deception. Only the Renaigse are deceitful enough to do such a thing. They kill each other and accuse my people. This Virgil, he wants to push aside this woman at all cost. He must be the culprit.
Indeed. I think that we should go find this brother and ask for an explanation.
Ja. Ja, ich denke mal, wenn man hier anders geskillt hätte, dann hätten die wahrscheinlich auch noch andere Ergebnisse bekommen. Aber, ja, die haben wir nicht. Aber vielleicht bekommen wir es ja trotzdem irgendwie raus. Ich muss doch gar nicht hoch, tatsächlich. Was ist da oben? Wir gehen mal kurz das eben hier oben erkunden. Geht man das mal in Ruhe. Ach Gott. Guck mal ran, ja. Jo, weiter. Das haben wir so nicht jeden Käse auf, tatsächlich. Das dachte ich mir, dass ja noch so ein Lagerdingens ist. Warte mal, Ausgrabungsstätte Reisen ist auch wieder sonst wo, ne? Das ist beides nicht so viel tatsächlich. Mal ausschauen. Jetzt war das Lager hier entdeckt, aber wir gingen ja noch einen Weg weiter. Ja. Okay. Ein Hauch von nichts. Na gut. Hier ist noch eine Kiste. Noch eine Kiste. hier sind wir wieder in einem Lager. Aber es ist krass, zu was für Mitteln dieser Typ hier greift, ne?
Brother Virgil. Your Excellency. Weren't you supposed to be looking for our colleagues?
Indeed. I regret to say that they are indeed all dead.
I knew it. What a waste. Eugenia and her recklessness are to blame for this.
I'm afraid someone else is responsible for this. These deaths are not accidental, and yet they were disguised as such.
The savages. Their thirst for blood is unquenchable. I knew we should never have come without an escort.
Watch your tongue, priest. Our people have no need to hide when they protect their land. Only the Renaigse are deceitful enough to disguise a death.
Who else could it be?
Someone who desperately wanted this expedition to fail. Does that remind you of anyone?
Fine. You unmasked me. But know that my cause is righteous. The Ordo Luminis sent me to keep an eye on this expedition, to ensure that the discoveries we made would not jeopardize our nation or our presence on this island. But the inscriptions on the tablets are a heresy, a dangerous manipulation. Can you imagine what would happen if it was said that our founder listened to the teachings of the natives? But even then, foolish Eugenia accepted these discoveries as truth, without any hesitation, without realizing that our entire nation could suffer because of it. So yes, I wanted to scare her.
I understand that you might want to protect your nation, but to go as far as assassinating several of your colleagues...
Come now. What would you do if someone were threatening the congregation? You cannot make me believe that you would not be willing to kill. You may have already done so. But since you want to avoid using violence, help me convince Eugenia to go back to Eden. My colleagues and I know how to sort through these discoveries. And you will be rewarded, of course.
This Renaigse tried to blame my people for these crimes. The priests would have wanted to punish them, and innocent people would have died. He must answer for his treachery.
Das ist so richtig. Alles offenbaren, was passiert ist. Was heißt denn alles offenbaren, was passiert ist? Warte mal, nie allen, nicht alles. Okay. Das ist wieder so ein Dialog, wo ich jetzt nicht verstehe. Warum steht denn da nicht genau da, was da los ist? Wir nehmen jetzt mal die Option, aber wir gucken dann mal.
It seems to me that all members of this expedition are concerned. They should decide on what to do next.
Ah, okay. Gut. Ja, das ist natürlich auch eine Möglichkeit.
Everybody listen. Alas, I must inform you that I have found the dead bodies of your missing colleagues.
How awful. What happened to them?
Someone wanted us to believe that they were killed by some swamp animals, but it was all staged. Your colleagues were murdered, and their bodies abandoned to the creatures.
What? But why do such a thing? And who murdered them?
Brother Virgil confessed to his crimes in front of me.
Monster! You will pay for these crimes. These people you killed were our brothers, our friends.
You stupid goose. You really believe that I will let you pass judgment on me? You shouldn't have been so quick to accept these lies that could destroy our nation. And want to reveal them for all to hear. You are solely responsible for these deaths.
How dare you present yourself as the protector of our nation? Murderer!
Nun. Die haben sich aber fast alle auf seine Seite geschlagen, ja. Ich meine, gut, jeder tote Dilemme ist ein guter Dilemma, aber ja. Oder fast jeder, man sieht ja zumindest bei der allen, dass sie zumindest nicht ganz so dämlich darüber ist.
I'm sorry, sister. Brother Vergil fled during the battle.
The coward. And naturally, his accomplices fled along with him. What a waste. So many people died.
Perhaps I shouldn't have revealed his crimes in front of everyone, but I thought it was the best way of ensuring he would be judged.
Considering how high tensions have been these last few days, a fight was inevitable, alas. But you did what you thought was fair. Here, take this. As a token of gratitude for shedding light on these dismal events. Alas, we will have to go back to Eden as well. There are too few of us to continue the research.
Were you hoping to discover more?
Of course. This place was but a single step in St. Matthias's journey. The last tablets speak of a journey northbound, further up in the swamp. But even if Vergil is no longer a threat, we are not sufficiently well equipped to go there.
We could go there for you if you wish. You just have to tell us where to look.
That would be marvelous. Of course, you would have to start from the excavation site where he wrote this. I think I noticed a path going north when I was there, actually. Look for any traces of life. Perhaps you will be lucky enough to find more of his writings. That would be fantastic.
Don't worry. I will conduct this research and come find you here if I uncover anything.
Okay. Ja gut. Würde ich aber jetzt tatsächlich so lassen wollen. Ist auf jeden Fall mal eine interessante Richtung tatsächlich. Ich würde aber trotzdem noch gerne wissen, was passieren würde. Ich meine, das ist ja... Warte mal. Was passieren würde, wenn man die andere Option nimmt.
Brother Vergil,
What do you want?
I must leave you.
Achso, das ist jetzt hier schon der Ladepunkt. Okay.
Brother Vergil, indeed. I must...
Whoa, fine. To the inscription, but even without...
I understand.
Come now. You cannot...
This...
Sorry, Brother Vergil, but I cannot accept. You will take your belongings and leave this place. The research will continue, and their discoveries will be studied by wiser people than you. The decision to reveal them or not will be theirs.
I see. My colleagues and I will go back to Eden. I hope that you don't regret your decision.
Okay, das würde ja so ohne Blutvergießen laufen. Da könnte ich mir vorstellen, dass dann...
Alas, I have found the dead bodies of your colleagues.
How horrible. But how? Oh, perhaps I should have...
I doubt it. Brother Vergil is responsible for these deaths. He was hoping to blame the natives for them and discredit you.
What? But why would he? He will have to answer for his crimes.
As I do not have the authority to arrest him, I sent him back to Eden. If you want him to face judgment, you will have to report what happened to the Mother Cardinal.
You are right. As soon as we get back to civilization, I will make sure that she hears about it. Once more, your help has been a blessing. Take this. Alas, we will have to go back to Eden as well. There are too few of us to continue the research.
Were you hoping to discover more?
Of course. This place was but a single step in St. Matthias's journey. The last tablets speak of a journey northbound, further up in the swamp. But even if Vergil is no longer a threat, we are not sufficiently well equipped to go there.
We could go there for you if you wish. You just have to tell
Ja, ich nehme den anderen Dingens.
Have to start Excavation Site. I think I know.
Don't worry.
Ich nehme tatsächlich die andere Option. Hier. Den sollen es definitiv auch mehr Leute mitbekommen. Glaube ich ein bisschen mehr Sinn. So. Okay. Gut, dann machen wir die Expedition weiter. Gucken wir mal, was wir noch so rausfinden können. Ist noch Platz. Ich hätte jetzt auch die Campsite nutzen können. Hier ist ja auch eine Dingens im Süden. Ist mir jetzt noch vorbeigelaufen, ne? Egal.
You'd have to be insane to want to live in such a place. Even a saint would want to stay dry.
So. Bin schon jetzt weit gelaufen. Was soll denn da sein? Weiß nichts. Hä? Na gut, ich kann es mir fast denken tatsächlich, aber... Es ist halt hier... Hä? Ich habe ja dann eine Vermutung, was sie meinen könnten. Wir gucken, ob das stimmen könnte, was ich denke. Aber normalerweise soll man immer diese... Mein Gott, über diese Alpha-Dinger hier dazwischen. Meine wieder? In der alten Mutter, ja, was auch immer. Ich gehe jetzt immer mal hier hoch, weil ich weiß gerade nicht, wo ich lang gehen soll. Wer bist du denn? Wer denn her? Ah, okay, das scheint aber hier auch questrelevant zu sein. Okay.
A cabin. If I were an old hermit, this is probably where I'd have settled.
Okay, da war dieser Punkt dann noch nicht gut gesetzt.
Someone lived here. No doubt about it. They will turn the place upside down. You want to make sure the old man can.
Hier geht's nur wieder runter. Die Hinweise. Ich hab jetzt gerade die Hinweise übersehen. So, irgendwie sind die. Was soll ich denn hier finden? Hier ist es irgendwie nicht so gut. Warte mal, hier. Ah, hier ist es. Ja, geh doch durch. Okay. Ja, das war eine. Wollte ich hier nicht mehr durchkommen? Oha! Was hab ich hier jetzt gefunden? Kann ich leider nicht tragen, Ausdauer 4. Das wäre dann am ehesten was für Dingens. Ich glaube, das ist alles was für Wort hier. Wenn überhaupt. Ich kann das tatsächlich tragen. Einzigartig. Okay, die sind schlechter. Ja, die sind auch besser. Ah ja. So lief der also dann rum, oder wie? Okay. Ist gerade aber nicht gekommen, ne? Ja. Ach, ich sollte mich nicht immer auf irgendwelche Karten einfach nur weitermachen. Wie ob die Maps, die Marker ja nicht richtig gesetzt sind. Was ist denn hier?
This is a cave of knowledge, or at least it looks like it. The old man must have been exceptional to be able to live in such a place.
Let's take a closer look at these paintings. We may learn something from them.
Auf jeden Fall gut, dass wir hergekommen sind.
This mural is very ancient. It depicts an old man dressed as a priest getting his face painted by a masked native.
Mhm.
This mural depicts an old man praying in front of a face in the mountain. He's holding a rosary. Saint Matthias. Praying to Enon Miel Frictimen.
Das stimmt, das ist der, den wir in der Dings gesehen hatten, in der Höhle.
I don't know these glyphs, but these spirals are native symbols. There are some words in our ancient language next to them. The light and the earth are the two faces of a same power. It's impossible to know if this is a translation or another sentence. But this is a message that would seriously displease the Inquisitors.
Jo.
I cannot believe it. These symbols, they are signs used in the secret writing of the Donegada.
Das glaube ich auch, dass das denen nicht
This
gefallen
mural
hat.
depicts an old man praying in front of a face in the mountain.
Das hatten wir schon.
He's holding a rosary. Saint Matthias. Praying to Enon Miel Frictimen. Engraved tablets. They resemble the ones we recovered in Eden. We should take them with us. The researchers would be delighted to study them. Looks like a chaplet made of pewter. It's rather basic, but it was made a long time ago, and it undeniably comes from the continent. I seem to recall that Saint Matthias is almost always depicted using a similar rosary. There are some native symbols here, and some letters I recognize, as if someone had tried to write in the native language using our alphabet. Men duis dat, enon mil frictimen.
It means, welcome us amongst your people, Enon Mil Frichtimen.
This is incredible. Saint Matthias would have known about the spirit of the island and would have prayed to him.
So that's what it was. The priest's old sage became a Donegad. I don't think that they'll be happy about that. And yet, it could bring peace. The Solasser will no longer be able to burn our people and our guardians.
Why is he not depicted wearing the marks of the Donegada?
It was a very long time ago. Magic had not yet been given to us by Enon Mil Frichtimen.
I wonder what I should do with these relics. Eugenia probably didn't imagine that Saint Matthias lived his life in a way that's so different from what they advocate. As for Virgil, he wasn't wrong. Such a revelation will certainly cause a schism in Teleme.
To think these old things could cause a civil war. Or long-lasting peace with the natives. It is a serious responsibility to decide what to do with them. But it isn't ours. Their saint, their decision.
I already took sides in their quarrel. If I change my mind, I'm afraid that it might be seen as treason. I'll think about it on the way there. Let's go back to the researchers' camp.
Na, wie wir uns dafür entscheiden, sollte ja wohl relativ klar sein. Schön geschriebene Story, also finde ich echt cool. Sehr, sehr geil. Gefällt mir echt gut. So, das wäre erkundet. Gefühlt sind die Nebenhandlungen teilweise interessanter als die Haupthandlung. Die Haupthandlung ist halt einfach nur diesem Konstantin zu helfen. Alles, was darum ist, ist viel spannender tatsächlich. Naja, egal. So, wir können hier wieder mit dem... Dann schauen wir mal, was sie jetzt dazu sagen. Wir machen wieder einen Sicherheitsspeicherstand. War auf jeden Fall die richtige Entscheidung, so das so zu machen. Glaube ich. Alle tot außer die beiden, ne?
So, did you find anything? Or do you need my help?
We discovered a cave that was inhabited a long time ago by a whole group of people, mostly natives, who had obviously created a sacred site, as the place was guarded by a creature.
And have you found traces of our holy founder? New relics? Perhaps some tablets?
There were also frescoes on the site, representing Saint Matthias.
Frescoes? Tell me more. This is fascinating.
He was shown having his face painted by a native. On the other, he prayed to a god of the mountain.
You can't be serious. You mean to say that our saint converted to the cult of the islanders?
That is what emerges from our findings, yes. Other objects that I was able to bring back also point in this direction. Look, there are inscriptions. These tablets and also this chaplet.
This chaplet? I cannot believe it. It is so... Excuse me. I cannot find the words to express how I feel. You must come with me. We must go and present all these discoveries to the Mother Cardinal. You realize our entire dogma will have to change. So far, anyone who wanted to question it would have burned their fingers. Literally, alas.
And you think that this time they'll listen?
We have solid proof. All this evidence. With your support, we will convince her to reveal the truth.
I see. I will do my best to help you.
It seems we are arriving right on time. You did well to warn us, Brother Virgil.
Virgil? How did you know?
I'm afraid that your Excellency's lies weren't very convincing.
We were informed of your discoveries and of the danger they represent. We demand that you hand them over to us immediately, so that they can be destroyed.
How can you even suggest the destruction of relics written by the hand of our founder?
Out of love for our dogma, for our faith, and for our nation. But since you refuse to comply with our orders, you leave us no choice.
Death to the heretics!
Alter.
Things are about to get dicey.
I cannot believe that I just fought my own brothers in faith. The fact that the Inquisition is after us is very disturbing, Excellency.
We would do well to hasten to San Mateus. They will not dare to attack you there. Even if these men were the last forces that the Inquisition could send us.
You are right. All this proves is that I will not succeed without your help. There is a risk that the Mother Cardinal will also reject our discoveries.
And I could bring Petrus with me. He will surely find the words to convince her.
That would be most helpful. Father Petrus is renowned for his eloquence. In any case, we must present our research to Mother Cardinal as soon as possible. I will study the tablets one last time to make sure I know all their content. And I will meet you at the palace in San Mateus to plead our case.
Understood. See you soon, Sister Eugenia. Be careful.
Ich bin mir nicht sicher, was das hier Auswirkungen hat tatsächlich. Ja, genau genommen helfe ich Ihnen jetzt eigentlich mehr, als ich das eigentlich wollte. Aber gut, damit wäre man genau genommen nicht besser, wenn man die halt über einen Kamm scheren würde, als jetzt die Italienen selber. Von daher lassen wir es mal so. Nein, du wirst nicht mit
Of
ihm.
course.
The one that said the recruits had been sent to different governors.
Yes. It was signed with a name I'm familiar with. Herman. Somebody I'd hoped never to cross paths with again. He was the one who founded the camp we closed. And believe me, he has done an incredible amount of damage to the guard. I'm gonna find him and make him pay for what he's done. I know that he's in San Mateus.
Another time. All right?
Anything else?
Ah, okay, jetzt gab es hier noch eine Quest-Dinge. Die eigentlich noch irgendwelche Quests oder so?
Karanz, do you need something?
Vielleicht jetzt auch, wenn ihre... Ne, gibt doch nichts Neues.
I must leave you.
Okay, ja. Sich halt keine Inquisitionsstiefel anziehen. Soweit kommt's noch. So, da warten wir jetzt mal hier 24 Stunden. Und dann, gucken wir mal, was das Ganze bringt. Das hier eigentlich? Opferungsschwert. Ja, das glaube ich, das hier. Aber die Zeit geht nicht mehr weiter, wenn ich hier im Menü bin. Geil. Das ist sogar besser als meins. Sieht böse aus. Kyros kann mehr. Ist eh schlechter. Warte mal, ist das hier oder wo soll das die Quest stattfinden? Okay, das ist gar nicht hier, oder was? Hä? Ach, das ist in San Mateus, oder muss jeder hinreisen? Okay, ja gut. Kann überlaufen. Ach, okay, das hätte ich jetzt anders machen können, ist egal. Zeit spielt ja eh nicht so mega die Rolle tatsächlich. So. Hä? Ich bin verwirrt, egal. Warte mal. Was zeigt der mir hier gerade für eine Quest an? Nein, ich will die Nebenquest machen, Junge. Das ist ja das, manchmal macht so, wenn du eine Nebenquest machst und dann, ja, nö, ich will was anderes machen. Blödsinn. Da bin ich jetzt ja mal gespannt, ob das funktioniert. Also auf jeden Fall eine gute Idee, das hier weiterzumachen, weil sonst hätten wir halt den Strang gar nicht weiterbekommen. Am Anfang ein bisschen skeptisch, aber ja. Jetzt bin ich mal gespannt, was ihr dazu sagt.
Ah, Your Excellency. We were eagerly awaiting your arrival. Sister Eugenia was just recounting me the tale of your achievements and telling me about the incredible discoveries you've made.
These relics shed a new light on the last years of our founder. It all demonstrates that he hadn't evangelized the islanders, but, on the contrary, he would even have adopted some of their rituals, merging the cult of the enlightened and the cult of nature in a single dogma.
These discoveries, if they can be verified, are extraordinary. But they also represent a great upheaval that could harm our nation. We must first verify their authenticity. You are the only ones who entered this cave. Could what you have witnessed been a falsification?
The cavern we discovered is located in a very remote place. There is no island or village nearby. It contains some ruined dwellings, but clearly no one has lived there for a very long time. Fraudsters would inevitably have left traces of their passage, and we have not found any. The entrance to the cave was protected by one of those giant creatures that the natives call a Nardaig. These guardians usually protect sacred places and let no one enter without a fight. I had to kill this beast, which leads me to think that nobody had entered the cave for a very long time. We discovered ancient frescoes on the walls of the cave. They represent Saint Matthias without a doubt. He is depicted with his chaplet. In one, he is praying for the divinity of the island. In the other, his face was being painted by a native. I understand how shocking these discoveries are, but their antiquity proves that they are genuine.
The tablets found at the site, however, attest that our founder had not abandoned the cult of the enlightened. He simply saw it as two different reflections of the same divine power.
The relics could be authentic, Your Excellency, but we only have your word to convince us. The political and religious impact of these discoveries will be unprecedented. We risk schism, civil war, And who is to say that this is not a plan to weaken us?
Hier hätte ich jetzt Intuition gebraucht.
It seems that you only see the negative aspects of this discovery, but the reality is very different. By integrating some of the natives' beliefs into your dogma, you could build an alliance with them, something no other nation has managed to achieve before.
It is a good argument, Your Excellency. I hadn't thought about that.
Ich bin ganz ehrlich, das geht mir einen Ticken zu sehr in Richtung der
I would
Telemie.
also like to inform you that a member of the Ordo Luminous was part of the expedition. He tried several times to sabotage it, even killing many of his colleagues for it, and finally attacked us as we were preparing to join San Mateus.
You'd have thought that the remaining members of the Order would go to such extremes. But I fear these attacks are just a reflection of what will happen if your discoveries are made public.
If my people knew that the great sage they had long respected is the same man as your saint, and that your priests respected our culture as he did, they would be welcomed here as brothers.
And the Eden we wanted to build would be everywhere. You speak sense, Princess. Does anyone wish to add anything?
I understand your doubts about the future that will inevitably be caused by such a revelation. You hesitate just as St. Lucius did to tell us about the journey of his master. Yet he revealed what he knew, and his words still guide Thélème today.
Thank you for your testimony. I will now retire to think about everything and make my decision. After careful consideration, I have decided that it is my duty to reveal your discoveries to the world. It will take years for our theologians to study all of this, but our dogma must follow the path opened by Saint Mateus.
Thank you, Your Eminence. I would be delighted to help with the study of these relics.
I don't doubt it, my dear. And I would like you to take me to see this cave. I look forward to worshipping at the place where our holy founder ended his days. As for you, Your Excellency, I thank you for the help you have given us. Your sincere insight has encouraged me to make this difficult decision.
It was my pleasure.
Let me also thank you, Your Excellency. Without you, we would still be in the shadows.
Ich bin ganz ehrlich. Ja. Das geht mir alles in eine Richtung. Also ja, das ist irgendwie, aber diesen Telensier so sehr zu helfen. Bin ich mir nicht sicher, ob ich das so möchte. Was ich immer ein bisschen doof finde. Habe ich das hier richtig abgespeichert? Ich meine, ich will mal kurz was gucken. Ich bin ganz ehrlich, das geht mir hier ein bisschen zu sehr in die Richtung, denen zu helfen. Bin mir nicht sicher, ob ich das so möchte. Aber das lädt natürlich, die Entscheidung lädt natürlich zum Wiederspielen ein, ne? Ich würde es halt schöner finden, wenn dieser ganze Religionsquatsch dann nicht mehr stattfindet. Auf der anderen Seite könnte man hier sagen, selbst wenn da so ein Bürgerkrieg ausbricht, und dann diese ganzen radikalen Idioten da verschwinden, wäre das auch eine Option. Also ich werde diesen Speicherstand hier mal, muss jetzt aber nochmal doppelt abspeichern. Weil man sicher gehen kann, dass der halt auch bestehen bleibt. Wir gucken uns jetzt mal an, was passieren würde, wenn ich das nicht weitergebe.
So, did you find...
We discovered a cave that was inhabited mostly native.
And have you found...
Someone from the mainland had probably lived there, but they must have died quickly. Unfortunately, though, I have found no irrefutable proof of St. Matthias's presence.
What a shame. And you did not find a grave?
No, and I searched well. He must have been buried elsewhere.
It's strange. So far, we have always found traces of his journey. I would have loved to have been there with you, to be able to realize it for myself.
It would not have been a good idea. The area is very dangerous, teeming with creatures.
Excuse me. I should be more grateful to you. You took a big risk. It's just disappointing. I think we should pack our things and return to Eden. Perhaps I can convince my colleagues to organize another, better armed expedition.
Goodbye, sister.
Okay. Wie gesagt, ich habe es ja abgespeichert. Wir gucken jetzt mal, wo das jetzt hier hingeht. Aber das ist jetzt nicht mal eine Stelle, wo sie sich, wo man das schön gemacht hat, dass es hier halt nicht so eindeutig ist tatsächlich. Wo ich mir die Konsequenzen wirklich nicht ganz sicher bin. Sollen wir mit dem Würgel sprechen? Ja. Die schwarzen Lande. Okay. Ach stimmt, der wird ja wahrscheinlich zurückgekehrt sein. Ach Gott, kann man. Ist halt die Frage, ne? Wie reagieren die jetzt da drauf hier? Wir gucken mal, wie er darauf reagiert hier, der Nasenbär.
Your Excellency, have you come to finish what you and this Fury Eugenia started?
No. I suspected you would be here and I had to talk to you. You committed terrible crimes and you wanted to manipulate me. But your motivations were not meaningless. Especially in light of what we finally discovered.
Would you admit that I was right?
In a manner of speaking, yes. I continued my research in the swamp at the request of Sister Eugenia, and I discovered a cave in which St. Matthias had lived in the company of the islanders. There were frescoes and relics at the site, which clearly indicated that your founder had converted to the cult of the natives. I brought back some of the objects I found there. Look.
Incredible. This is his pewter chaplet. But these tablets, they are terribly disturbing. Do you realize the impact these discoveries will have? Is Eugenia aware of this?
No. I told her I hadn't found anything. I thought that such revelations would bring more harm than good.
You cannot imagine how much. It would no doubt mean civil war, and for what? The wanderings of an old man who probably became senile. This is heartbreaking, Your Excellency, but you did the right thing. I'm going to destroy these objects, and I'll have to ask you for one last service. The cave must also be eradicated. Sister Eugenia will very likely want to return there.
You're right. Especially as she didn't seem totally convinced by my lie. I will take care of it.
Excellent. I am eternally grateful to you. Destroy the cave and join me in San Mateus. I need your help to convince the Mother Cardinal to stop the search.
You can count on me.
Nee. Okay, das geht ja doch in eine beschissene Richtung. Das könnte man komplett für sich behalten, ohne die. Wahrscheinlich würde das jetzt sogar auch gehen, dass man die Quest einfach nicht beendet. Aber ich glaube, das ist nicht so sinnvoll tatsächlich.
Your Eminence.
Sir.
What will become of the members of the Ordo Luminis?
Domitius will be sent back to the mainland and will be judged alongside some of his most vindictive colleagues. The Ordo Luminus as a whole cannot be held responsible for the errors of only one of its members. We need the Inquisitors, so some of them will continue their mission.
I must leave you.
Nat.
Okay, wir lassen das so. Ja, finde ich potenziell interessanter als jetzt. Ja, die Option mit diesem komischen. Wie hieß der? Na, dieser Hardliner da, mit dem irgendwie zusammenzuarbeiten. Das ist keine Option. Naja. Gut, wir schauen mal, wo das Spiel dann hier hinführt. Mit der Entscheidung, wie sie wir jetzt getroffen haben. Hier ist noch eine Quest von Kurt offen. Und noch eine Side-Quest. Das habe ich uns auch noch nicht gefunden. Hier, keine Ahnung, wo das sein soll. Ja, machen wir mal die Quest jetzt hier. So.
Greenblood, my friend. The letter we found in Rolf's office was signed by a man whose name I'm familiar with. Herman. I know he's responsible for what happened in this camp, as well as many other crimes. I'm gonna find him and make him pay for what he's done. I know that he's in San Mateus.
This quest for revenge isn't only about what happened to Raynor and the others, is it? Very well. You can count on me. What do you plan to do?
Major Herman is posted in San Mateus. He's part of the Red Sun Regiment now. He's loyal to Torsten, but kept his head down when the coup was dismantled.
Isn't denouncing him enough? He'll be put to death for high treason.
The Guard's reputation has suffered enough from Torsten's scheming, and he has connections in high places. I'm sure he has many supporters.
What are you getting at? Are you going to kill him yourself? If he's well connected, the Mother Cardinal will surely hear about it, and I doubt she'd be pleased.
I know. That's the whole problem. We need to get rid of him without anyone finding out.
If Petrus were here, he would probably tell us to do the exact opposite.
That old fox is as sly as ever. But I don't see what you're getting at.
There's a group in San Mateus that could make someone disappear in broad daylight, without anyone saying anything about it.
Those mad Inquisitors.
Exactly. It might not be easy to convince our good friend Aloysius, but it's worth a try.
You're right. And if we bring Petrus, he will surely help us sway the Inquisitor. I must say, this is a horrid solution. But if anyone deserves it, it's that bastard Herman.
What?
We'll need to find him, though. And he's been keeping a low profile since the coup failed.
And we've already seen to what extent the law of silence has on the Guard.
We need help. Our new commander might be able to tell us who to turn to. She knows everybody.
All right then. Agreed. Let's start by going to see her.
Okay. Nun. Okay, wir sollen... Nun. Also ja, ich weiß, worauf das hinausläuft, aber... Ich will so Petrus mit in die Gruppe nehmen. Da das so eindrücklich empfohlen wird, machen wir das einfach mal. Was ist der denn? Ah, da, hier. Lassen wir Siro hier mal raus, in dem Fall. Nehmen ihn mit. Denn das klang ja alles, als ob das irgendwie sinnvoll ist. Okay. Ich spreche neues Juwelen mit Disziplin. Warum soll ich jetzt nach neues Juwelen gehen? Okay. Warte mal. Wie geht das? Ich könnte das auch anders machen. Warte mal. Wir laden nochmal. Dann gehen wir erstmal in die Residenz. Nehmen dann Petrus mit in die Gruppe auf. Und starten dann die Quest. Macht vielleicht ein bisschen mehr Sinn. Kann ich hier meine Gruppe schon ändern? Ne. Also, dass die jetzt mit der Inquisition zusammenarbeiten? Nun. Und. Dafür, dass man sie vorher die ganze Zeit fast quasi bekämpft hat. Die ganze. Dauerhaft. Lauf mich hier jedes Mal, ne? So, weil nehmen wir jetzt erstmal eben ihn mit auf. Und starten dann jetzt die Quest mit ihm. Mal, ob das ein bisschen mehr bringt.
Greenblood, I know. I'm gonna.
This quest for revenge isn't very well.
Major Herman is posted in San Mateus. He's part of the Red Sun. He's loyal to Torsten.
Isn't denouncing him enough?
The guard's reputation, and he has connections in high places.
What are you getting at? If he's well...
I know. That's the whole...
Remember, that we are talking about San Mateus. We should get rid of your major in broad daylight.
What kind of twisted scheme have you come up with now, old fox?
We need to ensure that he falls into the hands of the Ordo Luminous. They love burning people at the stake, and they don't care too much about who ends up in the flames.
The Inquisitor isn't very fond of us. I doubt we'd be able to convince him.
Haven't I taught you anything, my child? Every man has his weaknesses, including Aloysius. I could help you convince him if you'd like.
I hate those burnings. But Herman, he may be the only one who really deserves it. We'll need to find him, though. And he's been keeping a low profile since the coup failed.
And we've already seen to what extent the law of silence has on the guard.
We need help. Our new commander might be able to tell us who to turn to.
All right then. Agreed.
Okay, also, ja, das läuft dasselbe hinaus. Egal, wie rum man es macht. Wir lassen ihn jetzt trotzdem mal in der Gruppe. Ich könnte mir vorstellen, dass das Siora nicht so witzig findet. Das aber dann mal halt. Ich meine, das Spiel hat ja explizit vorgeschlagen, dass man ihn mitnehmen könnte oder sollte. Machen wir das jetzt ausnahmsweise. Ich bin mir nur nicht sicher, ob das so eine gute Idee ist, aber nun. Ich meine, nach all dem, was die da angetan haben oder gemacht haben für den Scheiß, ist das tatsächlich durchaus eine nachvollziehbare Position. Ich kann mal gucken, wie kam ich jetzt wieder nach oben? So nicht. Geht doch mal aus dem Weg, Junge. Ja.
Hello, Commander.
Lord Desade. And Kurt, I believe I should be thanking you for my nomination.
It is your upright and honorable nature that won you this post, not I. Perhaps sometime in the future you'll curse me for having suggested your name.
I hope not. How can I be of service to you?
We are here to talk to you about a document we found in the training camp.
A letter, signed by Major Herman. He's behind all of this, Sieglinde.
Herman. Kurt, this is personal now. When will this story be finished? I could court-martial him, but you know how much certain people support him.
I know. He'd probably get away with it. Everyone loves the heroic Major. No, we thought of another way. The Ordo Luminis.
You want to have them burned as heretics?
If he'd been caught as Torsten's accomplice, he would have been drawn and quartered. Do you think that's any less painful?
I don't know if you came to look for my help or my blessing. You have both. But promise me that you'll stop seeking vengeance after this.
You have my word. We just need your help to find Herman. He's been hiding since the failed coup.
And you need help in the San Mateus barracks. Talk to the corporal in charge of the prisons. I know him well. He's loyal. He's from the old school. If he can help you, he will.
It seems to me that the Ordo Luminous keeps its prisoners in the prisons of the guard.
In fact, if you want to avoid drawing too much attention to yourself, you could bring Herman there directly. I'll write you a letter for the corporal. Here you go.
Thank you for doing this for me, Sieglinde.
You're welcome. And don't forget your promise, Kurt.
Okay. Handle mit dem Inquisitor. Jetzt bin ich ja mal gespannt. Ich meine, wir haben ja Petrus dabei. Das könnte schief gehen. Gucken mal.
What do you want now?
We have come to discuss something that concerns you.
Really? I'm listening.
We would like to draw your attention to a man who has confessed to terrible crimes.
Has he professed heresy? Venerated one of the demonic creatures worshipped by the savages?
Not exactly. He's responsible for many deaths, and was one of Torsten's supporters.
Who, as you know, was planning to overthrow your governor and take her place.
These truly are crimes. But they have nothing to do with the Ordo Luminous. You should denounce this man to our governor. I'm sure she'll be happy to have him drawn and quartered.
Unfortunately, this man has friends in high places. I doubt that we'll be able to convince the Mother Cardinal.
Politics. The curse of our society. I approve of your quest for justice, and I will help you as much as I can. I can't have your man publicly arrested without raising too many questions. But if you arrange for him to come to one of our jails discreetly, I'll make sure justice is delivered. The felon will receive the punishment he deserves on behalf of the glorious Enlightened.
May he always keep you in his divine blessing, Aloysius. You will soon find this man in your jail.
Anything else?
Okay. Nun. Der Feind des Feindes ist mein Freund, oder so ähnlich?
It's all right.
Remember.
Ja, ja, ja. Okay. Das ist krass, dass die jetzt so einen Weg einschlagen hier. Finde ich ein bisschen komisch gelöst tatsächlich. Nicht so richtig charaktertreu, aber gut. Auf der gleichen Ebene? Nee, das ist ein Untergeschoss. Ach ja.
Yes? What can I do for you?
Sir, Commander Sieglander wrote this letter to you.
I wasn't expecting that. Even though I never really liked the Major, the Commander is asking me to do all I can to assist you in your mission. So what can I do for you?
We're looking for the Major. We know that he was posted here.
Yes, and officially he still is. But I haven't seen him for some time. Following the coup, he was probably expecting us to go after him. The only people he may have told about his hiding place are his lieutenants. Those two are his henchmen.
I see. Well, we'll just have to go and interrogate them.
If we bring him to you, can you make sure he ends up in an Ordo Luminous jail?
Do you want to condemn him to the stake? That's a bit extreme. Listen, I can lock him up, but you'll have to find a way to keep my men from seeing him.
Why is that?
All the guards in the city know the Major. If they see him brought here, they'll want to know why. And they will surely take it out on the Inquisition, which could end badly.
You're not wrong, Corporal. What do you suggest?
If you bring me some sleeping potions, I could put the whole lot of them to sleep. When they wake up, they'll be ashamed of having slept through their watch. But that's better than spilling blood.
Wie gut, dass ich welche habe.
So you need sleeping potions, is that right?
Yes, to put my men to sleep. That would seem the best way of doing it.
Perfect. And then?
When you have your man, let me know and I'll do the rest. Anything else?
Okay.
We should go.
Goodbye.
Now that everything is ready, we should go find these lieutenants.
Das hat sich ja... Ja, spannenden Herangehensweise an hier. Tatsächlich. Wenn das mal nicht irgendwie schief geht.
You're far from your regiment, Captain. What do you want?
Was stand da gerade?
We're looking for Major Herman. I was told you'd know where to find him.
The Major? He must be on a mission somewhere.
Don't play dumb with me, Lieutenant. I'd be sorry to see you arrested as an accomplice.
Listen, Captain. We really don't know what you're talking about. As for your threats, you're not our superior. You're not part of our regiment.
Yet we're here with your new commander's blessing. The Major is accused of treason. You'd better tell us where to find him.
Lies. The Major is a righteous man. We'd give our lives for him.
Really? Let's see you do it.
Guards, help me!
To my help! And death to the others!
Protect me in
Gut.
this battle. May the shadow engulf our enemies.
So, are you finally ready to tell us where we can find Herman?
We'll never tell you anything.
Stop! You might be ready to die for him, but I'm not. He's in a warehouse, on the port.
The traitor is probably getting ready to leave the island. What do you want to do with these two, Kurd?
Lieutenants, you're under arrest for now. Go to the commander. She'll decide what to do with you.
At your orders, Captain.
Let's find the Major before he escapes.
Nun. Was ich jetzt gerade nicht wusste, was man mir hier sagen wollte. Finde einen Weg, ja mal die Soldaten von den Leuten ablassen. Keine Ahnung, wie das hätte machen sollen. Und die haben mich ja direkt angegriffen. Aber, jo. Kommt man nicht durch. Also wieder ein Nordgebiet hier. Ein Sicherheitsspeicherstand.
Here he is!
What the... Kurt? It's been so long. How did you find me?
Does that really matter, Major? You're finally gonna pay for all your evil, your treachery, and your schemes.
Come with us, Major Herman.
If you think I'm gonna give up without a fight, you're wrong. Soldiers! Seize them!
To my help!
Come on, if you dare! May your shadow engulf our enemies!
Nun.
No. What?
You shouldn't be surprised. After all, I owe my talents to you.
Let's lock him up. The Inquisitor will do the rest.
Oha. Major Hermans Tagebuch. Alles ist bereit für die Pläne des Kommandanten. Die Rekruten, die wir vom Phantomlager hergeschickt haben, sind perfekt geeignet. Rolf hat gute Arbeit geleistet. Jemand hat die Mutter Kardinalin vor den Plänen des Kommandanten gewarnt. Viele unserer Männer wurden verhaftet und hingerichtet. Ich entschied mich dafür, die Kaserne zu verlassen. Diejenigen, die mich unterstützen, könnten sicherlich verhindern, dass ich zum Tode verurteilt werde. Aber der Zorn der Frömmlerin ist so groß, dass ich lieber kein Risiko eingehen möchte. Wie tief wir doch gefallen sind. Wir träumten von großartigen Dingen, von Städten, die endlich uns gehören würden. Und nun muss ich mich in einem alten Lagerhaus verkriechen, das nach Fisch stinkt. Ja, das ist doch dir selber zuzuschreiben, meiner. Habe ich Ausrüstung bekommen? Die aber auch wieder Crap ist. Zumindest für unseren Hauptcharakter. Ist auch alles nicht so geil. Nein. Also so Kribbel, den man verkaufen kann tatsächlich. Ja, Petersinusdos kosten nur eh nicht aus.
Kurt, are you all right? Yes. Better than ever. You cannot even imagine how much I hated that piece of filth.
What did he do to you?
As you may have guessed, I suffered the same treatment as Raina. The only difference is that I survived, and there's even more. Believe me, I'm glad that these memories went up in flames along with that bastard. Thank you, Green Blood. Thank you for helping me as I go through all this. I'll never forget it.
Okay. Aber das wird man jetzt mit Sicherheit nicht zeigen. Ja, das war mir klar. Weil dann würde das Spiel mit Sicherheit keine FSK 12, glaube ich, Dings bekommen. Das war hier, habe ich übrigens auch mal nicht so ganz verstanden. Das, keine Ahnung, das mache ich noch nicht, die Quest. So, damit sollten alle Nebenquests erledigt sein. Und jetzt kommen wir sich der Hauptquest wenden. Sprich mit der darin, dem Häuptling der Donne Esgraf. Über die Tierna irgendwas. Ach so, halt, ich muss ja erstmal.
Glad to see you, my friend.
Irgendwas Neues
Can I do
erzählen?
anything for you?
I must leave.
Wir können mal wieder Vasco tatsächlich mitnehmen. Und Siora sowieso. Und dann machen wir mal die Main Quest weiter. Dann können wir gleich mal gucken, ob wir für Vasco eventuell eine bessere Ausrüstung haben. Ah ja. Moin. Bisschen was hat er ja. Ja, dann können wir den Rest tatsächlich auch verkaufen. Der Rest ist dann wieder Käse hier. Ausdauer 3. Die Beweglichkeit habe ich, glaube ich, ne? Komme ich, glaube ich, nicht dran. Immer noch 160 als Dingens. Gut. So. Drei Fähigkeitenpunkte. Kann man tatsächlich auch mal gucken. Mit physischer Rüstung. Ja. Ideal, um das Blatt zu wenden. Also der Rest der hier ist den, ne, also und dann wirklich alles. Also ich brauch's nicht für mein Spiel. Verlies. Okay. Ja, wie gesagt, die Gegner lassen wir in Ruhe. Das geht ja zum Glück. Ach, jetzt kommen wir hier wieder hin.
Do not take a step further.
We come in peace. My name is Desardet. I am from the Congregation of Merchants. We would like to speak to your chief.
Foreigners like you bring nothing but pain and death. The last who came here took away our prisoners.
I must admit to you that I am responsible. We had no choice but to free the sages. But I did all in my power to avoid bloodshed. I spared your warriors' lives when they were at our mercy.
They spoke of you. They say you keep the words you speak. Will you keep your peace?
I swear it.
Then you may enter. But we have an eye on you. Darren, our chief, will not be happy to see you. You will need to convince her you are worthy of trust.
Ich muss gerade zugeben, dass ich gar nicht genau weiß, warum ich jetzt eigentlich hier bin. Hier wäre es halt schön, wenn die... Oder wäre es schön gewesen, wenn man nochmal die Quest so ein bisschen erläutert hätte, weil man hier jetzt die Main Quest eine Weile nicht gespielt hat.
Do it. What are you doing? Who let you pass?
Your men. We are here to parley with your chief.
Parley? With Renaigse? You truly believe that...
Leave this to me. I want to know what they have to say. I know you, Renaigse. It is you who freed the Loyan prisoners. You wounded none of my own. That required great skill. Speak. I will hear you.
We seek audience with the Tiernaha Kadachtus. We believe that she knows of a remedy for a sickness that kills thousands in our homeland. This disease and the quest for a cure pushes my people to come to your island and to invade it. But if we could finally heal the sickness, most of them would return to their country.
You say it is a sickness that drives you like a plague over our island? Like locusts?
It is the main reason. Our lands have become a sad cemetery filled with the bodies of our dead.
This sounds true. You walk with the shadow of death. But what you tell me pleases me. I prefer chasing you away with our blades. But we have already lost so many of our own. Does your word carry value for your people? Are you a respected chief?
I am the cousin of the governor of the congregation and his emissary. He hears me.
Then promise me what you say is true. That you will do all you can to leave when you have found your remedy.
That I promise you.
You will find the Tiernahach Kadachtas in the village of Vigshardir, to the northeast of this camp. Now leave us. And do not betray your word.
Here. Dann machen wir das mal. Oh, und schon groß ist der Bereich für die. Auch ungewöhnlich, dass die in solchen Bereichen sich rumtreiben. So. Einigen Stufen haben wir auch schon nochmal. Der Wald der Ältesten. Schauen wir mal. Schon tiefer Wald, ja. Fünf Lagerfeuer gibt's ja.
Good day. I'm looking...
What are you doing here? You are in a hidden village, a sacred village. The Renaiks have no place here.
I seek an audience with the Mistress of Wisdom, the Tierna ha Kadactus. Do you know where I can find her?
The Tierna is in her home. She goes, she comes as her heart desires. Only her Voglendaig must know. And if I knew where she was, it's not me who is going to tell her, Renaiks. Go away, leave me alone now. I have much to do. The great hunt is coming.
Der
You
großen
spoke
Jagd.
about a great hunt. What is it?
A sacred ceremony, of course. How in your countries do you honor your lands and assure their abundance?
Well, it's a bit...
Your Renaiks are very strange. It is no wonder that you come to our lands. If you do not honor the land with the great hunt, you must lack game to hunt. Each year, one of our own, our best hunter, dresses up as the Andrig. He becomes the White Andrig during an entire night and the others hunt him. If he escapes them, the game will be abundant, and the gathering fruitful during the entire year. It is a very important celebration.
Please now, I wish her no harm. I just need to speak with her.
You speak well and say pretty things, but it is by your doings that you will be judged.
Then, in that case, tell me what I can do.
There is much to be done in this season. And Pedir, the great gatherer, has not returned from the woods.
Very well. Would you like me to go and get him?
That would be good.
Okay. Wir sollen einen Sammler finden. Das wäre Mission 1. Dann wahrscheinlich bei ihm hier.
Bortir to Madre Naixe.
Good day. I seek the Mistress of Wisdom, the Tierna ha Kadactus.
I have no idea what you want with her, but no one in the village will tell Renaixe where to find her.
I do not seek to harm her, only to speak with her.
I don't know where she is. Her Voglendaig might know, but I think he will tell you nothing. You are in one of the most sacred villages of our lands. The Renaixe are not welcome here, and we are busy making ready for the great hunt.
Maybe I could help you with something.
Help us? Why not, after all? It would speak well of your intentions. During the great hunt, we place bells on the path to keep the animals away. During the last hunt, there was a great storm, and the bells were badly damaged.
Would you like me to repair them?
That would be good. If not, we need to make new ones, and I am afraid we will not have the time.
Okay. Jetzt gut Sachen reparieren kann, weiß ich
Good
nicht.
day. My name is Desardet. Would you be the Voglendyke of the Mistress of Wisdom?
Bir tirtumod, Renaxe. Yes, I am among us. What are you doing here in this sacred village?
Do you know where I might find the Mistress of Wisdom?
The Tirna Hach Kadaktas? I regret she is not here.
Do you know where she might be found?
I am sorry, but I will not tell her a nice stranger to us. Your kind has many who bend the truth to their desires. Some of them tried to capture her. You need to prove to us that we can trust you.
Sure. Tell me what I could do.
You could help me find the sacred seal that I lost. This would prove a little. It is a sacred stone that my mistress asked me to study and meditate with. I had it with me when I was going to the river, but I was suddenly attacked. Of course, the animals left me alone in the end, but I dropped the seal in my flight. I would gladly go and look for it, but I am alone in the village, waiting for the Tierna Hakadaktas. And what with the preparations and the great hunt, I cannot leave at this time.
I see. I'm going to look near the river and see if I can find it.
Thank you, Renaxe.
Could you help us remember where you lost the seal you were looking to recover?
On the edge of the village, near the river. That is where I dropped it when the wild animals...
Thank you. I must leave.
So, durchsucht das Haus von ihr. Lass mal den Namen von ihr auszusprechen. Ach, das ist ihr sogar. Wir sollen natürlich respektvoll damit umgehen, machen wir auch.
This plant looks familiar. I saw some not far from here. Unfortunately, it's lost its seeds. This bark is covered with little symbols. It looks like some sort of writing, though I've been led to believe the natives have no written language.
The Donegada use these symbols amongst themselves, and only they understand their meaning.
All these crushed plants and these powders. She must have been preparing a potion. It might be the miraculous remedy. To be so close and yet to have no idea what to do with all this. All of this is extremely interesting, but alas, it won't help me open the root passage.
Okay, so schön. Hier.
This looks like a collection of skulls from various animals. I wonder what purpose they serve.
These skulls symbolize the animals. Through some rituals, we greet them. We thank them for feeding and dressing us, so that the next hunting season, they will once again give us the weak amongst their herds.
I don't see any seeds here. The only clue we have is this plant. Let's try to find some other flowers. It might be their seed that opens the passage.
Okay, wir sollen mal eine Pflanze in der Nähe des Dorfes finden. Ach, hier im Süden.
These flowers. Perhaps this is where the Tiernaha Kadactus finds the seeds that we're looking for.
Perhaps, but this flower is usually rare. I've never seen such a great number of them in the same place.
Ja, und? Nun? Ach ja.
These flowers are similar to those we found in the dwelling of the Tiernahach, and they bear seeds.
Those are the offering seeds we need to open the root passage. We should go try them.
It is truly pastoral. Seeds, knotted roots. Oh, how I miss the ocean.
We have what we need. Let's go back to the stone stele.
Okay. Unten ist übrigens ein Fähigkeitenstein. Den können wir uns mal markieren. Ich meine nicht, dass ich sie aktuell bräuchte, aber haben wir nicht haben. Knie sind gelaufen. Ich hoffe, den Weg haben wir. Okay. Ach ey, Stier. Mein Gott. So. Ich brauch mal die Sache mit, wenn ich auf den Knopf drücke. Bin ja schon auf dem Dingens. So. Dann haben wir auch den Fertigkeitenpunkt. Insgesamt 4, die ich nicht brauche. Jetzt könnte man hier durchgehen. Geht aber nicht, schade. So.
And there.
Dann werden wir mal eine Runde abspeichern. Wurzelpassage.
very ancient. Wonder what treasures it contains.
Be respectful. We are in a sacred passage, which is for initiation and meditation.
We did not come to defile this place, and we do well to hurry. The Tierna Harp Cadactus is quite the head start.
Poison on my blade, and let's go! See if you can ward off his fate!
Wir gehen das mal hier lang, weil hier ist auch noch irgendwas. Bevor wir die Hauptsachen machen. Okay. Wahrscheinlich mache ich jetzt wieder irgendwas falsch, weil ich wahrscheinlich noch nicht sein soll. Ja, nun kommt doch.
Bit of poison on my blade, and let's go!
Mein Gott. Also ordentlich verzweigt hier. Wow. Ach, ganz schön verzweigt hier. Ich bin mir noch nicht sicher, ob ich hier schon sein soll. Ich könnte mir wieder vorstellen. Dass das hier wieder natürlich komme ich da nicht rüber. Was? Ich würde sagen, ich brauche mir das mal dieses selber erkunden, weil das bringt in dem Spiel nichts. Also gefühlt. Ich gehe jetzt einmal wirklich stur der Ding links nach. Mein Gott. Ich glaube, diese alleine erkunden hier, dafür ist das Spiel nicht ausgelegt. Das ist kein Skyrim. Was? Achso, hier war der Eingang oder was? Warum geht's irgendwo anders raus? Oh, das ist tatsächlich ein anderer Eingang.
Someone went through here. In fact, I think I can see several different tracks.
I hope she didn't hide in this forest. Finding her here would be quite troublesome.
It is an ancient and holy forest. A powerful place.
Okay.
There must be another here. We should be careful.
Nun. Ich hätte gerade Sachen übersprungen, kann das sein? Ungewollt? Ja, es scheint tatsächlich so, dass ich hier jetzt ungewollt lang gekommen bin. Aber gucken, ist das so? Oh je. Hat er die gerade erschossen? Nun. Hier hätte man mal ausweichen können. Ja, es wird ihr auch nicht so gefallen, glaube ich.
We didn't want this fight. Why? Why?
In order to capture and extract from her what we need. To examine her. Dissect her, if necessary. You have done us a great service, guiding us directly to her.
Are you saying that...
Even if the creature has concocted some remedial potion, it is not the song we came for, but the bird. She leads the sorcerers of this island. She knows how they transform, and from where their powers originate. Our scientists think that the remedy is there, in their pseudo-magic, and in their mutation. Thank you for bringing her to us, and ridding us of the monster.
Do you think I'm going to allow you to manipulate me?
I don't think anything. Apologies, Excellency. But you are going to die tragically from a stray bullet intended for the monster.
Jetzt kommt nicht, dass das passieren muss.
Mercy, Your Excellency, I surrender.
Bruder, sorry.
How dare you ask for mercy after attempting an assassination? After revealing your conspiracy to me? You deserve nothing less than death.
I will not go down without a fight.
Hey, du bist doch schon tot. Hä? Okay. eine Möglichkeit, ein Spiel unnötig in die Länge zu ziehen? Nein, war klar, dass das nicht so geht. Oder dass es relativ offensichtlich war, dass das passiert.
She's unconscious. We need to bring her back to her village. She needs to be tended to.
Jetzt gehen, noch etwas abwarten. Hey, warum sollte man da abwarten?
We should leave right away. Is she going to survive?
Yes, she will heal. They were not shooting to kill her. And we are resistant, you know. The bond empowers us. It gives us the vigor of animals, the resilience of trees. It's undoubtedly for that reason that your alliance is so interested in us. Tiernahach, he does not mean to harm you. Please, let me...
What do you want from me, Ranaikse?
We were manipulated by the Alliance. We had no idea that they sought to capture you. We believed their fable of a miraculous remedy. We killed the man that wounded you. He will hunt you no longer. And their governor will have explaining to do.
I suppose I should thank you for having pulled me from their claws and bringing me here. And to have crushed the life out of a few of these parasites. There is indeed a remedy. But I doubt that I can do anything against this sickness that you describe. I don't know it. And I don't see how I could create a remedy that would heal it.
Perhaps you could try. We are desperate.
This remedy was prepared for a precise purpose. To heal those who escaped the claws of the Alliance. These monsters capture the Sinol Menoi and torture them, bleed them, put things in their veins. Those that do escape are in such agony that our care and comfort are not enough to mend them. That's why I made this remedy. Not for your Malikor. My people have never fallen prey to such sickness.
How can you be so sure? Perhaps it's your tremendous resistance that protects you from the sickness.
Perhaps. Enon mil frictimen protects us all.
Enon mil frictimen?
God of 1,000 faces in your tongue. The one and many who protects us and our island. They and we are tied and bound. As they are tied and bound to you. Their generosity to our people is infinite. But the crimes of the Renaigse enrage it. After all, perhaps your Malikor is their vengeance.
This is strange. The two tracks that we followed have led us to the same name. Enon mil frictimin.
The god of 1,000 faces. But I don't believe he is the origin of your sick. He protects us. He watches over us.
Precisely. We know that the congregation came to this island long ago. A lot longer than we first thought. The Malakor could be a consequence of that first attempt to colonize. A curse cast at that epoch, brought back by the first defeated colonists. After all, is it not also the origin of the first guardians of the native legends? Either way, one thing is certain. If there is something, or someone on this island powerful enough to heal the Malakor, it is certainly him. We need to bring this news back to Constantine. Even if we don't have a remedy yet, he'll be happy to know that we've made progress.
Bin ich mir nicht so sicher. Und ich bin mir, wenn man sich mal so anguckt, was die Menschen halt so machen, gar nicht mal so sicher, ob die den Heilmittel wirklich so verdient haben. Also, ja, wie gesagt. Das sehe ich halt auch ein bisschen kritisch, ne? So. Wie würde ich an Intuition mal auf das nächste Level bringen? Weil ich könnte mir tatsächlich vorstellen, dass hier über kurz oder lang Charisma oder Intuition notwendig ist. Ich sehe es, ging das mit Stufe 29. Also eins muss man ja echt sagen, ich finde, es gibt viel zu wenig von diesen, warum geht das jetzt nicht? Von diesen Charakterpunkten hier. Von diesen Talenten. Also, dafür, dass man gefühlt in der Hauptquest alles können soll, ja. Oh, ja, was zu erzählen hat.
Ongos.
What do you...
I must...
Okay. Ja, ich glaube aber auch Konstantin, dem wird nicht so gut gehen. Und wir wissen ja, dass die Krankheit da ordentlich fortschreitet. Ich brauche jetzt keine Munition aktuell. Jetzt noch was. So, machen wir mal weiter.
My dear cousin, come closer and tell me what brings you.
I wanted to inform you of our progress made in the attempt to discover a cure. As you advised, I followed the leads shared by our allies, none of which led anywhere. However, they both pointed in the same direction, towards a sort of god that the natives worship. They call him En Onmil Frictaman, the god of many faces. He is very powerful and protects the island.
How can you be sure that it's not some sort of myth? Even a superstition?
I saw it with my own eyes take shape during a ritual. It is possible that the Malachor is the expression of its vengeance.
You are referring to the secret we unearthed. The entire continent is paying today for the errors of our grandparents. It is a terrifying perspective.
But if it were true, he must also be able to help us heal.
Katasak, my friend. I saw you flinch hearing that name. You were familiar with this being.
All of the Donegada know him, even in their flesh. He is Tirfredi. It is with him we make our bond. But I would be surprised that he is at the origin of your sickness. He is generous and only rages when attacked and wounded.
I fear that that is exactly what we did. Cousin, I know that I ask much of you, but I have no choice. You need to go and find this magical being. I won't survive for much longer. Beg him. Offer him all that he wants, but we must have this remedy. I need it.
I shall do all in my power, Constantine, I promise you. But I need to find a way to communicate with him. I was already sent to fight a guardian under that pretext, and it almost killed me.
There is a way. A way so sacred that even we, Donegada, cannot use it. Enon Mil Frichtiman decides. It is not I who judges your intentions. Go and find Glendan, the sage of the village council of Dorhagenedu. If he deems you worthy, he will guide you. To be able to speak with him, you must present this seal. It will prove that you are the friend of a member of the council.
I had no idea that such a talisman was required.
You have not yet been named Mal of your clan, Siora, daughter of Bladnet. When this has come to pass, we will give you a seal that allows you to give voice to your friends when visiting the council.
It is a symbol of great trust. Why are you awarding me this?
I do not wish to lose the soul who has put their life in my hands. And also, you have proven you are our friend back there in my village.
Thank you, Katasak. I will not forget this honor you bestow upon me. And thank you, dear cousin, for everything.
Okay. Gut. Mal kurz mal was schauen wollen. Freundlich, freundlich, nett, verdächtig, verdächtig. Freundlich, nett, freundlich. Mount immer noch verdächtig, Groschen gerade. Gut. Dem Ratsvorsteher. Dann machen wir gleich mal weiter. Das wird wahrscheinlich jetzt auch das Dorf sein, wo wir vorher noch nicht hingekommen sind. Geht es spontan vermuten? Hä? Hab ich das gerade falsch verstanden? Okay, ich glaube, ich muss das mal dahin reißen. Lager nah, irgendwas. Dann soll ich dahin? Also wir müssen wahrscheinlich irgendwo hinreisen, wo wir noch gar nicht waren. Die Tore des Herzens. Okay. Aber würde ja zumindest passen, tatsächlich. Da halt noch nicht wahr. Sieht wieder sehr waldlich aus. Hier sieht es wieder sehr nach. Ja, ja, okay. Gehen wir mal kurz dahin, weil das ist wahrscheinlich eine Lagermöglichkeit. Das sind die üblichen Gegner. Hier sind nur zwei Dingens. Und hier sieht sie danach ein Dorf aus.
Hello, my name is Desardet. I'm the legate of the merchant congregation. May I enter?
Good day, Legate de Sardet. No, this building is closed to Renaigse.
I am Siora, daughter of Bladne, daughter of Meb. My mother, the Mal of the Red Spears, was a member of the council.
All here remember, and the Wurst Tirse. She was a courageous Mal, but you are not yet Mal in her stead, and you do not carry her seal. I am sorry, Siora. I cannot allow you to enter.
I beg your pardon. I did not know.
Here is the seal of the Denegad Katasach of the village of Wenshavier.
And so you are a trusted friend of the great healer. He must see your true face and find it worthy. Enter. You are welcome.
Ja, war schon mal die gute Entscheidung, das so zu machen. Guten Tag.
I give you warm greetings, Glendan. I am Desardet, legate of the Congregation of Merchants.
Your merchant congregation sways me very slightly from my path. But you are a current of Katasach. His trust in you makes me stop and look at you. What brings you here?
I seek a remedy. My cousin, as well as many other people on our island, suffer from a terrible sickness. We think that only Enon Miel Frictamen can help us find a cure.
Really? And Katasach sent you to see me?
He told me that the only way to meet with your god was to come and see you. You would judge our worthiness.
Judge your intentions? Yes, that I can do. But even if I should do this, you would have many trials to pass. For the path you seek to follow has only been tread but a very few times, and you are the first Renaigse to set foot upon it. We must begin where everything begins. There is a trial. The trial of water. It will show us the reflection of your soul.
What must I do?
You must go to a cavern and tell me what you see on the seal you will find deep in its center.
And this cavern is guarded, I suppose.
That is true. But the simplest solution is not always the best. It is a path with many forks. I hope you will prove that you understand the spirit of our people and our island. Go now. Show us your true face, and return purified by the waters of the cavern.
Okay, das hört sich ein bisschen an, dass man den...
What can you tell me about the sanctuary?
It is the most sacred place of the island. The hidden face, and still seen by all of you. Enolmil Frechtimen. I protected these doors like my father before me and his father before him. And still none of us have ever entered.
Am I to gather that there has never been a High King in your family?
We are heads of the Council of Kings. And so it is prohibited for us to present ourselves. We must remain impartial.
I see. And so you cannot speak to me about what you find inside?
The heart of the island beats near here, the volcano. And I know that it is a place full of life.
What can you tell me about your god?
That the word God is too small to hold him. He is Tir Fradi in all and everything. The wisdom of his people, the gentleness of his rivers, the strength of his volcano. You are looking for wisdom to heal Renaigse, but you still see it with the eyes of a sort of Donegat. He is much more than that. He is the essence of all life, of all magic, the spring.
Can you tell me anything more about the role of the council?
We gather here at every long night and every short night. During these nights, the clans are in disagreement and come here looking for wisdom of the council, and of course also the High King. Those who have complaints against their Mal may also be heard here and find justice. And when important events take place, if the balance is threatened, then we also meet here, so that the wisdom of all might be shared, and that we might act as a same people.
Okay.
I must leave. Goodbye.
Qua awelem seg.
Gut. Jo.
You have spoken to Glendon as you wanted. What more can I do for you?
I was asked to pass the trial of water. What do you know about it?
I have never passed it. Only those who must reveal their soul walk this path. The High Kings and Queens. It is a tremendous honor given to you, Renaigse.
Do you have any advice to give me?
I only know that the trial can be passed in many ways, and your choice will reveal the makings of your soul. One way is through strength, the other by ruse and heart. But I know no more than this. The trials are kept secret. Anything else?
Nothing else, thank you. I need to leave.
Ja.
Good luck. And do not lose yourself in your own reflection.
Jetzt bin ich gespannt, was sie sich ausgedacht haben. Also ich vermute hier ein bisschen, dass hier jetzt so, ja, dass quasi auch gezeigt wird, was man bisher so getan hat, tatsächlich in dem Spiel. Und das geht ja auch auf verschiedene Weisen, haben wir gehört. Das heißt, wir werden jetzt ja auch schauen, dass wir halt eben nicht uns mit großartig, wenn es geht, mit Waffengewalt hier durchkloppen, sondern...
Siora, do you know anything about the trial that awaits us inside?
My mother passed it during the last election, but it was Vinbar that was elected in the end.
Did she tell you about it?
A little, but it is a secret trial. It is important that you give your whole heart to it. I know that you must choose your path in your way. Combat is not necessarily the best response, even if it allows you to get to where you are going. If you are confronted with animals, remind yourself that they must feed. And there are ways of altering food to make those who eat it fall into a deep and peaceful sleep.
Is that an idea that your mother used? It's clever. Thank you.
Okay, also Nahrungsmittel müssten wir eigentlich haben. Also, jetzt waren ja schon ein paar gute Tipps drin. Also, dass man halt eben hier auch der Natur einen gewissen Respekt zollen soll. So wie das halt die hier auch haben wollen.
Look, they're eating the old carcass. If you poured some sleeping potion on it, they'd fall asleep.
Greifen die mich aber nicht direkt an.
You did it. They're sleeping. We should be able to pass without a fight.
Ich hoffe, vorher noch mehr von dem Zeug. Also halt Leben schonen, klar, logisch.
This room is full of beasts that the natives call dorsitats. They seem to be resting. Perhaps we can pass without waking them if we move silently.
Also hier geht es dann jetzt ums Schleichen. Auch hier wieder Leben schützen. Natur respektieren. Ich gucke nicht, dass ich darüber komme. Ich sehe gar keine Gegner. Schatz nehmen oder nicht nehmen?
Watch out, Anadai.
Was? Ja, die sollten wir hier eigentlich auch nicht angreifen, ne? Aus Gründen. Weil sie die ja verehren. Da hinten, ja, es ist.
You were freezing and you had this empty stare. The water in the basin spoke to you, no?
Yes. Exactly like the lightning-struck tree. I was something else for a brief moment.
Tell us. Visions like this are guides, keys for the sacred rituals.
I was in the sky. I was floating, carried by the wind, and it was a cold feeling. I was high up, and it was getting colder and colder. I felt my blood freezing in my veins. I fell to the ground and spun slowly. And then the sun warmed me. Suddenly I bounced on the ground. And I was taken by the bubbling current of this creek. Then, just like before, the vision dissipated. And I was suddenly with you again.
Okay. Ich hoffe, ich soll jetzt nicht mal dasselbe machen wie beim letzten Mal. Oh Gott, natürlich so. Ah, nochmal dasselbe Rätsel wie letztens. Ja, okay.
This stone is adorned with the etching of a drop of water. Here this looks like a snowflake. The snow, or maybe ice. This drawing looks like an infant. Could it represent life? The drawing on this stone makes me think of fire. I'm certain. On this stone, the sun is visible. This stone bears the image of a storm, or perhaps the wind. This stone is blackened, eaten away. I think it's supposed to evoke death.
Okay, ja gut, das kennen wir ja schon. Ich pausiere das Ganze hier einmal, weil ich weiß, dass das wieder ein bisschen dauern wird. Und bin dann gleich wieder da, wenn ich das Rätsel gelöst habe. Das Rätsel ist jetzt gelöst. Jetzt frage ich mich nur... Man soll doch diese Niax eigentlich nicht angreifen. Oder habe ich das falsch verstanden? Weil die ja für die heilig sind. Zähmen? Okay.
This must be the seal that Glendan spoke about. It looks like the silhouette of the mountain of Tirfredi, and a face is drawn within it.
The spirit of the volcano. One of the faces of Enon Milfrichtemann.
Ah, okay, das war's offensichtlich schon. Also ja, wir haben uns halt ne, so unverdächtig wie so ein unglücklich, ne?
I congratulate you for passing the trial. Enter.
And so you have returned. Can you tell me what the seal deep within the cavern brings into your mind?
A face in the mountain of Tirfredi.
Then you have seen the true face of the island when looking into her waters. And the island has seen inside you. You sent the beasts into a deep sleep. That was very clever. Another before you did the same. In choosing the path of silence, you avoided confronting the Dosantats. Finally, you have completed the ritual. And in so doing, the Guardian recognized you as a wise man. You choose to trust the way of ruse and wisdom. It is a difficult path, but it carries generous fruits. The island has seen your intelligence and also your compassion. The friendship of Katasach towards you no longer surprises me.
Am I authorized to encounter Enon Milfrichtemann now? To present him with my request?
If the High King agrees, yes. We shall not oppose that decision. Only a High King or High Queen is allowed to open the sanctuary. I warned you. Your voyage is far from over.
I suppose that I'm going to need to convince them as well. Where can I find them?
I do not know. And I believe that it may be another trial on your path to find the one you seek.
Is he hiding? Has he been captured?
He disappeared several months ago. Since then, we have not heard from him. He was worried about the Renaigse. The last people to have seen him, I'm told, were the most important chiefs of the clans here at the council. There was Deirdre, Blatnid, Ulan, and Dunkas.
My mother, alas, can tell us nothing more.
Yes, I heard about your loss, Yora. And divorced Tirce. Mourning is a difficult time to pass.
And divorced Tirce. Thank you, Glyndon.
Deirdre is the Mal of the clan of the Storm Warriors. You will find her in the village of Vergeltung.
I've already met her. She sent me to confront a guardian.
That sounds like her. Ulan is the Mal of the village of Vignamri, near the coast. It is said that he welcomes the Renaigse. As for Dunkas, he leads the Vigigidor. He is the chief of the Earth Healers. His village is not very far from the Didekid and Nadages.
Very well. I will go and see them. Try to find this High King. Thank you, Glendan.
Kwa'awalamsek. I hope that you will find him.
Gut. Ja, damit haben wir dann jetzt 3 Leute, die wir... Oh nein, sollen wir nicht? Okay. Ich soll mit Konstantin über das Heiligtum sprechen. Aber auch das machen wir nicht jetzt, sondern beim nächsten Mal. Bis dahin, auf Wiedersehen.